Talk to him, Syph.
Yeah, man, you already know what's up, boy. It's the kid, Young Cypher Billy, a.k.a. the Young Buddha. And you are tuned in now to the 917 podcast with the big Brody, Rell, and DJ ep.
That's me.
About to kick this little freestyle for y'all real quick. DJ Whiteout.
That's still not me, y'all. Fuck it, we're not gonna change it.
No, you can't change it now.
Now when you think of sight, think of the illest. Flow is the realest. New York gorillas, Brooklyn crack dealers.
New York!
Christ,
that's a fucking fact.
Yeah, you should have taken the headphones off before you did that.
City. I'm telling y'all right now, I want to hear some motherfucking rapping and clapping. I want to hear some MCing. I want to hear some dancing. I want to hear some motherfucking fly cars driving down 8th Avenue, going to the Brooklyn Bridge, helicopters going to the motherfucking mansions,
dead ass,
going out the sky. I want to feel like I'm in New York City, man.
I get rocked, shit for my kids, nigga.
I like this. I like this.
Yeah.
Get Philly love on that.
Hold on. Wait a second. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still not trying to get sued.
That is a classic, though.
What an intro.
What an intro, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of DJ ep. I represent that Brooklyn borough.
Yes, sir.
I'm joined by my brother Rell, a.k.a.
the light-skinned Marc Cooper. Because I play ball and I'm still teaching these young niggas.
Yeah, that's right.
Hang with Mr. Cooper.
Yo, this episode 33, B. This Pat Ewing.
That's the only number.
Pat Ewing.
Patty Ewing.
Ewing episode.
Maybe Scottie Pippen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That's a second. That's an honorable.
Y'all in New York, man.
Yeah.
Y'all in New York.
We got to do it.
Ewing,
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear those voices in the background. We got a very, very special episode. We got DJ First Choice. Power 105's own. Choice, what up?
What's poppin', man? Thank you for having me. 917 podcast. I like the intro, though. It was serious.
Doing it for the city, and we had to do it. That's my favorite Philly, New York song.
Yes.
Had to do it for Philly. My man Jay Forbes is in the building. Jay Forbes, what up?
What up? Yo, first off, I'm going to say yo, the rep for Philly. But
yeah.
I am a New Yorker by day.
Okay.
I'm a New Yorker by day, and it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to get that phone call to come up here and chill with y'all and vibe with y'all.
We appreciate you coming through, my brother. And honestly, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite Rockefeller songs of all time.
Yes.
I definitely
play that joint right now.
Like right now, and people go crazy. Like it might,
everybody,
and they're gonna put on that face, like ooh, like
everybody turned into a hustler. Then. Yeah. To the sun, come on,
like your beard automatically grows.
Crazy.
But at the same time, like that's one of those songs where if I'm watching a female, I'm in the club and she starts rapping that shit word for word,
You be
I'm
like,
not
whoa.
I'm not
She might have black and mouse.
That might be your soulmate.
It could be.
Don't
But
be
for the
saying
most
that,
part,
man.
then I gotta look at what she's drinking at, because if she's drinking Henny with no fucking chaser on the rocks,
That's
I'm
a
not
different story.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or
talking
she might be rolling a Fronto in the back of the. She might be one of those types that's rolling up in the back of the club.
That also means her feet probably stink too.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they probably ugly. Like she got on sneakers in the summertime.
She still hustle like the sun, come on. Now I'm gonna be in the club looking to see what girls be fighting that word for word. Like
That
If she knows that part, then
I got two barometers. It's that and
Well, she just gotta be a real hip hop act.
Oh nah, fuck that. Dreams of Nightmare. When I see a chick turn up, like going
everybody.
That's universal.
They from Philly. That's our anthem. That's our anthem.
That's universal.
I've seen a lot of people not in Philly go. No. I can't say that one. I've seen everybody
fuck
go
that.
off on that.
She's from Indianapolis because I was working security. I seen the ID. She's from Indianapolis and she's doing that shit word for word. I'm good. I'm
fucking with
running the she ride with her bikes at 12 o'clock.
That's a universal turn up song, man.
Yeah. I think that's. I don't think that's
that song gets a pass.
It gets it going.
You gotta put like if she's singing Shook Ones, then I. You dig what I'm saying? Like you out here
If she's
singing
singing DMX or something.
Yeah.
She doing all that.
Come on,
Hit you with the ad lib.
Exactly.
You're like,
a dog is a dog for all
Like, oh shit. Whoa.
And then she
maybe she got black and mouse. Maybe she do have black and mouse.
Oh, she like the black and miles and the
The
yak.
hitty.
Hey, yo, what's the nigga name who did that on ESPN?
Shannon Sharp.
Yo, that nigga's a legend, dog.
The yak.
Uncle Shannon. Uncle Shannon.
Uncle Shannon is a legend for that, dog.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we'll be recording this too on like the video, and I probably said that all wrong, but I don't care. Shout out to our superstar director in the building, Eddie. What up? Was good. He's gonna be on our. He's gonna be a guest on next week's show. But yeah, man.
I have a question for you. This goes on SoundCloud and iTunes.
SoundCloud, iTunes, and we're gonna be doing YouTube too.
All right, bet. That's lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, damn, it feels good. It feels like a real
had to be number 33.
Face, like it feels like a dead ass episode. Like we should have got some chopped cheese and Philly cheesesteaks for my man.
All right, question. So you're from Philly, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
do you
Philly
don't fuck with like
crazy
I love Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh my God, where did you go?
My nigga,
He went to the wrong place.
I don't want like 8 places, dog.
Yeah, he probably got it from.
I'm actually going from.
It's a Hollywood nigga.
Nah, I'm going from what's the 2 main ones that's like right across
Geno's?
Yeah.
Those are both terrible.
Nobody does that.
Those are both terrible.
Everybody from
Philly
hates
does
those.
that.
See, that's the thing. That's it.
So is that like going to Juniors? Like everybody from
Yes,
outside? Like,
yes.
I'm trying to go to
Honestly,
Juniors.
I went from Brooklyn to Philly just for those. We went to both.
Y'all niggas
And they
wild.
came right back.
Yo,
Then we
wow,
came
wow.
right back.
Nah,
we went some other places.
Nah,
we went a
niggas
couple
do
other
that,
places, but it was only like an hour and a half, 2
Yeah,
hours.
it ain't that
It's
far.
not
It's like sitting in traffic going to the city.
But I never, keeping it 100. I never had cheesesteak from either one of those places.
Really?
Horrible things.
I had like 5 of them.
So what's the premier spot? Because
So
I went to a spot that somebody told me to go to, and I forgot the name of it, but I didn't really enjoy it either. It was better than Geno's and the other spot, but I don't. It wasn't like amazing.
Okay, so look, I'm speaking for Philly here. Please, nobody from Philly say I'm drawing on here. Like, don't wild out, okay?
He's trying to get them Jones, right? Where we get them Jones from?
Listen, I mean, I'm from West, right? And being from West, we're always going to say Gems, right?
Okay.
Gems is a spot that's in the hood in West Philly. Don't go to Gems on South Street. Don't go to Gems in Springfield. None of that. Go to Gems in West Philly. Make sure you make a phone call to me before you go there because it's not safe. But I got y'all. You're gonna go to Gems and have a good time
Early.
But honestly, like now that I'm older, I go to this spot. I go to a spot called D'Alessandro's. D'Alessandro's is the shit. Like, they're the only spot I know that actually cook the cheese in the steak and like cut it up, and it's like the shit.
That shit
sounds
sound
That's
luxury.
what I need.
Yeah, it's
That
like,
shit sound
it's-
luxurious.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I think a chopped cheese is better than a Philly cheesesteak.
That's
dog.
dead ass though.
I still never had.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
Listen,
I gotta
Chopped
copy
cheese,
Listen,
the
man.
135th and Broadway is no fun.
I'm trying to tell you, man, you gotta go
Yeah,
to the
niggas
right
know.
spot, and you gotta order it right. Like the one thing.
How do you
niggas
order a Philly cheese?
Don't
'Cause you
get lettuce and tomatoes on your cheesesteak. That's not a
no.
cheesesteak. Don't get lettuce and tomatoes.
That's a
on
sandwich?
It. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
That's
it
a
is.
hero.
hoagie?
Well, that's a hoagie.
Yeah,
That's a
hoagie. Is that what y'all
hoagie.
call it in Philly?
Yeah,
Hoagie?
a hoagie.
I just know that from Bill Cosby.
Yeah, it's not a
Cosby
cheesesteak.
shit.
Like you gotta do certain things. Like you just get
No
salt,
pills.
pepper, ketchup, pickles, a little bit of mayonnaise. Like that's it. Like,
What's
people
whiz
act
and no
mustard, but-
whiz?
Oh, whiz is like if you want to do cheese whiz. Some people do American, some people do cheese whiz. They
Okay.
both good.
I like the cheese whiz.
I'm an American kind of guy, but the cheese whiz, I did that for a little bit, but now
Okay.
I'm back to American. I don't know why I'm not feeling cheese whiz right now.
Maybe because it comes out of a can.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's something that
Yeah, but it's
right
melted though. Like it's
Nah,
this shit not coming out of the can
It's a
though.
lot
It's
though.
like
They put a lot.
Yeah,
I think
I ain't
with that.
Geno's and one of them cheese. They put them on it. It was they put way too much.
I really
though.
don't fuck with cheese whiz. I don't know why. Like something I don't.
Yeah, it
I-
wasn't-
I'm
it wasn't
fake
that
healthy.
I only fuck with
Yeah.
Oreo
Yeah,
cheese
it don't.
sticks.
Nah, it don't. I ain't never seen that shit before, and I seen it. I was like, nah, I'm not getting
Yeah,
that. I ain't fucking
it
with that.
looks slow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, cheese whiz was like the real
shit.
hot thing to put on your potato. Like that's when you
Yeah.
thought you made it.
Crackers
Yeah.
and
Crackers and
shit.
shit.
You doing it in a circular motion and
Niggas
shit.
is right?
Now it's like
you trying to
yo,
come
I
to
don't
the
want
crib.
that. Yeah, I
Moms
don't
just
want
went
that.
shopping. You were trying, you know, make
Cheese whiz. You be making a sandwich with
right?
shit. You be putting shit on top.
That's when niggas is actually calling niggas too. So
Yeah.
like, yo, hurry up, cause you know my
Shit gonna
elevator
be
stopped
going a
working or
little
some
bit,
shit
yeah.
like that. First choice, where you from, my nigga?
I'm from the Bronx, man.
Uptown,
BX. Cobb City.
BX, or B
Yo.
next.
Cobb
BX
City,
or B
718,
next.
dog.
B next.
Oh, I like that. BX or B next. I like that. I'm running with that. That's gonna be on air.
BX or B
That's
next.
gonna be on air.
BX.
I'm running
My
with
cousin
that.
told me that. My cousin told me that one time at a we was at Thanksgiving. It was like the first time I met him. We were like 25. We both
Oh,
were
y'all niggas is
25.
grown cousins.
Yeah, grown cousins. He's like BX or B next. I was like, alright, my nigga, you in Brooklyn though. So.
And we,
The Bronx don't care where they at.
Yeah,
They all
they-
rap hard. They
Nah,
all
the
say-
funny thing is, growing up, anybody from Brooklyn thought anything further than the Bronx was upstate. Like anybody was in Yonkers or Westchester.
Mount
Oh,
Vernon
y'all
or something
niggas,
like that. Yeah.
y'all niggas live upstate, right?
Yeah,
Like,
like,
no, nigga. I
Like,
live
Yonkers
10
is,
minutes
like,
from the
right
Bronx.
there, right
It's
past the
Yonkers,
Bronx.
Mount
10
Vernon, and
minutes,
Bronx
yeah.
is like 0 minutes away from
Yeah.
there.
Dead ass. But then BX niggas didn't fuck with Brooklyn. It was crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
it was just too far. It's too far.
We
That's
said this
why.
on an episode before, but anytime, so I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, but I live in the BX now. When I was moving to the Bronx, everybody in Brooklyn was like, "Yo, be safe, my nigga." And then whenever I
Crazy
go
for a
back,
Brooklyn nigga.
right?
Yo, be safe. Wait, you going to BX, my nigga?
Yo, be safe.
I'm
man.
not gonna see you.
Text me when you
Don't
get
call
in, my
me.
nigga.
It's like traveling out of town or something like that. But then whenever I would come back to BK to see my moms or whatever, they would be like, "Oh, you going back to Brooklyn? Be safe, my nigga." It's like both y'all niggas is crazy.
Everybody,
because it's a long trip though. It's a long trip. You gotta go through mad. You gotta go through mad cities.
Mad fucking stops, right? You basically going.
You gotta go through Manhattan. That's why.
That's really it.
You gotta go through
Manhattan.
There's no way to go through without going through another. You can't go. You gotta go through another borough to get there. That's why it's so far.
I can't fuck with. I love Queens, but I just can't fuck with Queens, dog. Getting around in Queens is a fucking bitch.
It's a bitch.
It's different.
It's just you just get lost.
It's you be on 122nd and 122nd and be on the wrong 122nd and 122nd. Like
you know, I realized I don't know how niggas got around before like Waze and MapQuest, my nigga.
Could you imagine pulling out a map like
I don't know how niggas did it back in the day.
I remember like probably like 10 years ago. I used to have this shit printed out, the Google map printed out. Son. I'm on the street and shit with the paper, like the real paper. Like,
what happened when you make that wrong turn?
You're like,
go left.
You gotta start from the beginning.
And you know niggas ain't have no color printer, so the shit was in black
and white. Facts.
So if you missed that fucking turn, it's like,
oh fuck.
Damn. I used to have to go to the library and print my shit out.
My man said, I'm gonna be there in 1 second. Hold on. I'll be right there.
Let me get your address real quick.
And this is before everybody had unlimited, so you had those daytime minutes. Like, damn, I really want to call.
I used to have to print my shit out.
I really want to call this guy.
And that was, but if you think about it back then, that shit was ahead of its time. Be able to print it out.
They had the steps 2, 1.
Yeah, like.
2, make it sharp right, nigga.
They be like, taking 3 minutes. You be like, damn, I've been walking for 15 minutes. Like, I'm lost.
In Queens, though, that had to be real confusing in Queens.
Yeah,
like, that's a funny.
I still get lost in Queens.
Terrible. Yo, to this day, dog. Yeah. To this motherfucker.
They be like, yo, it's on 125th between 125th Road and 125th Street.
I'll be like,
and 125th Ave. You like,
yo, you know what's so crazy? I don't even know how to type in the address and fucking Waze app, bro, my nigga.
It's a dash and shit.
Yeah,
so much going on.
Queens, first thing, they have 15 numbers, and it'd be like 108-9. Dash 459.
Too much, bro.
We don't have those problems in Philly.
Philly's lit.
And Queens got this shit where Queens just they don't put Queens like they go by
Long Island City, Ridgewood.
They be like Jamaica, New York. Like I remember one of my boys he's from Jamaica. And he was like, he put Jamaica, New York, and somebody that we know from outside New York was like, yo, where's that? Jamaica? That's upstate? He's like, nigga, that's Queens, my nigga. Like, he was like, yo, Jamaica? I never heard of that. That's near Troy? I was like, nigga, that's Queens, man. That's the last stop on the A.
Crazy.
Whatever the fuck train that is.
Damn. So Jay Forbes, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, is one of the biggest party promoters in Philly and in New York. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. I just seen it. It's a fact, right?
First choice is co-signing that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He put a lot of money in my pocket.
I appreciate that, man.
How long you been doing it, my brother?
Honestly, I started out in 2003 in Atlanta. I didn't even start in Philly. I started out when I was in school doing concerts.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
What school you went to?
I went to Morehouse. And I keep that on the low. A lot of people don't even know. Yeah, like yo, I don't wear a lot of stuff on my sleeve. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I was always taught just move quietly.
That's that Philly shit.
That's why this is exactly why I love podcasts though, because you get to get the inside of the people who you look up to and fuck with.
First really knows me. Like I'm gonna tell you how well First know me. First DJ'd my wedding.
It's a fact.
Oh wow.
Wedding was lit too.
Congratulations. It really don't.
First DJ
and I shut it down.
I
shut it down.
I
shut it down.
People to this day is like, yo, where the fuck is that DJ from? I said, man, I don't even know. I found him out in LA on the internet. I don't know him like that. Nah.
Quiet as kept. Before I did Jay Forbes' wedding, I wasn't even really open to doing weddings like that. Not even to bring it back on me. We gonna go back to you in a second, my brother. But yeah, absolutely. God damn, nigga, fuck. But you know, he opened up my mind to like, yo, so there's a whole opportunity in another world that I wasn't really like, you know, willing to tap into. You know what I'm saying? Because this wedding was so much of a good time.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, it was everybody our age.
Easy,
you know what I'm saying? It was easy. It was fun. It was grown. It was a good time. You know what I mean? But yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
No. So I forgot what I was even saying.
So Morehouse?
Nah, he said when you went to
Morehouse.
2003.
But yeah. So I mean, like, and first was saying he didn't even know that. Like I don't tell everybody everything. And I was just saying how me and First are really homies. Like we talk about personal shit. We just don't talk about parties.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I started out in 2003. My man Mike, my best man at my wedding, he actually wanted to do the concerts, and I was like, "You're wildin'." We did a concert, The shit flopped. Like, no lie. First year we ever did flop. Lost mad bread.
You any artists?
Yeah, we had, it was Jadakiss, New York nigga. Fucked us up, man. It was Kiss and Pastor Troy. That shit flopped.
Wow, Pastor Troy. That's
but
crazy.
This is 03. This is 03.
Yeah, he lit. He's definitely lit.
Right? What? Are we cutting yet? Was out yet? Like, y'all don't know about, like, that shit was vice versa.
It was a lot of shit that we didn't know about.
No, vice versa, I knew.
Yeah, so like, that shit was, like, Jadakiss came down. We from up top. Kiss was hot in 03.
Yeah.
That's when him and Beans was like
knock yourself out and all that.
Oh my god! So we thought we was lit. Yo, we did a concert, lost everything, right? Like, and we in fucking college. Like, we thinking it's gonna pay for our way through school. But one of our old heads was down there. And he was like, "Yo, y'all think y'all could do this shit again?" We was like, "Yeah, we had more money. We do it again." My old head was like, "How much y'all need?" We told him. He said, "Bang!" Like, gave it to us and was like, "Go do it again."
Word.
Next joint we did was with T.I. That's when T.I.
was
Rubber Band Man. T.I. was hot. Yeah. And we brought down another artist from up north. It might have been Freeway or something at the time. I mean, like all these people we cool with to this day. That shit was lit. And from there, sky was the limit. I done did shit with Nas, and did shit with Puff, and did like while I'm in school. Like, this is like us putting this together. So that shit was like rolling. It was dope. And I took off. I actually came up to New York to work on Wall Street. My partners, which Kiko is now back in New York, Mike is still in the A. They all were in my wedding. I took off in 06 to learn how to run a company because we just making money. But we didn't know how to run a company.
Okay.
And this Wall Street shit was like, yo, this is where niggas go to learn how to run a company. I took a job at Lehman. That shit went under.
Oh, shit, 2008.
So it's 08. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I going to do? And everybody's like, yo, why don't you just do shit up in New York? I was like, I can't do a concert. Like, the market completely changed at that time.
Especially with the crash and everything.
The crash.
Niggas wasn't going out.
Niggas was not going out.
And even with that, concerts were now being sponsored by huge companies. But I didn't have the end to these companies to get that paper. So I was like, well, I'll just do parties. Like, I felt like I could bring people out. And that's how I started doing parties. Like, in 08 in New York, and this shit it took off. Like, it was like, cause we once we started doing concerts in the A, we started doing the after parties. Like, you know, like you saw, we would bring Kiss or Freeway or anybody down, and then the nigga Alex AG, like the nigga y'all AG would like take our artists and do after parties, and we was like, oh no, we need a cut of that. Like, we paying for them to come down here.
Right.
So then we started doing our shit, like, and that's how I got into parties. But then, like, in 08. My partner was like, yo, do parties. And I was like, all right. So I tried the shit, and it was lit. Like, everything I was touching was fire, yo. And I went through a joint where it was just like, oh, shit, what's next? Doing shit when the Giants won the Super Bowl. I did their fucking Super Bowl part. This when Victor Cruz was young, right?
Yeah.
When Victor Cruz not even playing no more. This nigga tried to sneak in through the back door because he was lit. Like, you know, he just won the Super Bowl. But you still young and you playing in the NFL. Yeah. Niggas don't know him because he don't got the pads on. They said, no, you gotta leave.
Shut up.
Damn. Nigga that bought y'all ring, like, couldn't get into the whole Super Bowl party. He'd probably be pissed seeing this shit. Yo, Brandon Jennings. That was the big ass niggas.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a Giants fan. Shout out to the Eagles. They never won the division right
Giants is what they 0-5?
0-5.
We terrible right now, but
it's a rebuild. It's
back.
Y'all niggas sound like Knicks fans.
Brandon Jennings was the first person to show up at the party, man. And like it's funny because I mean y'all play football, so y'all know how it is. There's some niggas that's just football players.
He played basketball.
And you can tell, but you even basketball, whatever. Like
you
can
tell
athletes,
that
some niggas that are just straight athletes, don't go out, no nothing.
Yeah.
Brandon Jennings showed up at 10 o'clock. Like, I'm
what's
here.
Up?
He was ready.
It was funny because the girls working the door was like, well, who are you? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all think you're a regular nigga?
But that's the thing about football though. Is like a lot of players,
a lot of players are not recognizable.
I knew who Brandon Jennings was. Yeah. Like, I hate the nigga. Like, I really hated him at that time, yo. Yeah. So
that's funny.
So it was like, you know, you go up, and then like, you know, like now I'm super like how y'all say, yo, he's the dopest. I'm like, yo, I never want to say that because you're gonna do dope shit. But then your shit gonna be y'all both done parties that's been horrible for me. I'm not scared to say that shit on the air, but y'all both done parties where I've been like, damn, Jay, that shit.
I want to say horrible, little dog.
It's
not horrible.
Horrible
is
a different
That's
horrible.
funny. We're gonna touch on that later.
It's not my shit though. It's not what I'm used to.
Yeah, you know what's funny is like we're gonna touch about that later. It's just like dealing with venues in the city. Like basically, there ain't no more hip hop venues in the city. Mm-hmm. Like you got to go to the outer boroughs, and if you are going to a party where they're playing predominantly hip hop, it's either like during the day or it's like mixed with like some top 40 shit, like some shit where like niggas gotta go to the bar.
The DJ can't touch the mic.
Exactly. He can't touch the mic, which is crazy.
How you get a party going without touching the mic?
On the sidebar, you go to a spot like up and down, and I'm thinking I went because my man was running the door, and I went, and I'm thinking it's gonna be like fist pumping and shit all night. It was trapped out.
You catch first in there. You catch first in there.
From 11 to 4. I'm like, nigga, where the fuck am I?
And what was it? Predominantly white people.
All white people. I was like one of 5 black
That's the
people
market
in
right
there.
now. That's the market right now.
But that's who's actually keeping hip hop alive. That's who's actually
crazy. I was like,
they spend their money.
They're spending the money.
Well, you see, the thing is that the thing with that is that I don't know if that's even any more relevant because you don't have to spend the money anymore. Everybody has subscriptions. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has Apple Music, Spotify. So as long as
paying for
they're spending money.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's probably still yours. I can put you out there, but a lot of people still they shit. Why you buying it?
Yeah, that's true too.
Well, also
BX and B next.
Also too, BX and B next. These niggas definitely got 4 or 5 niggas on their Spotify.
I definitely gave. I'm a nigga who be giving my shit out. Matter of fact,
hey, I got a couple of my friends. I got somebody's Hulu and I got somebody's Netflix right now.
Yo, my whole thing on my Netflix, my nigga.
Nah, but I mean, I feel like too. Also, shows like they paying for shows too. Like, that's where they getting their money.
And you know that's a great point you brought. Cause I had this conversation the other day. Also, my boy was saying like a lot of these artists they have predominantly white audiences, but the issue is that these are the audiences. These are the guys who are willing to pay to go see these artists perform.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We don't like to go see our artists perform unless it's like a Beyonce or
a
Kanye.
Discount.
Even if
we try to know somebody, our man's trying to get us like a discount or some shit. Yeah.
Even if you go to like a Kanye show or whatever, it's still predominantly white if I'm not mistaken. I haven't been to one in a while, but the last one that I was at was a predominantly white audience.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I went to Birthday Bash in Atlanta, which is like the
the summer jam type shit.
Listen, right? Birthday Bash is historically a black concert, right? But this year they had Kanye and somebody else. Yo, Kanye, I'm in a suite, mind you, with like my man. He owns one of the biggest law firms in Atlanta, but at the end of the day, he's a lawyer. He's black, but his whole staff is white. So it's all his partners and staff members in there, all these white people, dog, right? Yo, they sat down for the whole. I'm talking about everybody came out on that stage and we lit like, but we gotta be lit in the back because we don't want to draw us as white partners and shit. But when Kanye came out, they stood up. They went off.
Yeah.
Yo, I was like,
Kanye's a megastar, man.
The crowd was 50-50, black and white, because Kanye was performing.
I can tell you, sorry not to cut you off, but First Choice, I'm pretty sure you can attest to this. When you play like, what's the shit? Can't Tell Me Nothing. That shit, they go crazy for that shit. Like
we call it an open format record.
Yeah, basically.
You can play it in any crowd,
and they'll go crazy for it. But First Choice, my nigga. Shout out to Power 105. How long you been DJing for? Like, you know what I'm saying?
On the station?
On the station and just in general.
Oh, the DJing period?
Yeah, DJing period. Like, how you started DJing? Where your family from? Because I hear a little bit of accent.
My family's Caribbean.
All right.
My family's from Jamaica.
All right.
That's kind of where the roots come from because my pops was when I was younger, my father would always bring me around these guys, his friends, like in Long Island. And you know, I don't know if you guys know anything about like Caribbean culture, like they're very big on sound systems. So they had like no bullshit. So my pop's boy.
Shout out to Flatbush.
Yeah. Right, exactly, shit like that. So he had like in his basement a bunch of columns and like tall ass amplifiers. I mean like tall, dog. Like so I was like 12, 13. I would literally go with him and I would literally stare at the equipment, like the lights for like hours. That ass. They be talking about bitches and drinking and shit.
Yeah, and you just.
And I would just be there, just like, you know, they let me play a few records, you know what I mean, put it on, you know what I'm saying? And I would just stare at the amps blinking. I would go look at the wiring behind the speakers, you know what I'm saying? This is when you had the 18-inch subs and the mid-ranges and the top ends.
And all the wires.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, so then I was just so amazed by it. My pop's like a little bullshit in the crib. You know what I'm saying? A little Gemini mixer.
Yeah.
So I was, you know, he had some vinyl, so I would just always mess around with that. And I kind of just fell in love with it, man. And at 14, I would just like I worked at a summer youth, and I would take all my money and just go
equipment.
Nah, just buy records. Because my pops already had the equipment. He had like one bell drive turntable.
14.
Yeah.
Wait, where did you work summer youth?
In the Bronx.
And I did some youth in Manhattan. I did
the BX.
I did
hell
LES.
yeah.
In the Jets,
PAL shirts and shit like that.
I did do some. I had to do like some summer camp shit. I was 14. That was the first time I ever seen Spanish chicks. I fell in love, dog. I was 14.
You wasn't.
I was in Brooklyn. I lived in Flatbush, so it was nothing but West Indian people. I mean, I knew it was the first time.
All the Africans.
Yeah, and like my junior high school, it was nothing but black people, but it was probably like
the
five.
Person in there.
It was like 5 Americans, and I was one of them. You know, everybody from Jamaica, Haiti. So like,
shout out to all my Haitians.
I mean, obviously, I seen Spanish girls, but I never been around Spanish girls until to the LES.
At 14, that's the right age.
8th grade, it was the 8th grade going into 4. Yeah, it was the LES. I was like, yo, and then I went to Ford, and then it was nothing. But high school was nothing but.
One thing about, sorry, not to cut you off, but one thing about Jamaican reggae that I hate is that they can go in to create something different. I was at a party where Choice was on, and he was playing shit, and I'm like,
what you mean?
This nigga cheating, bro.
How was cheating?
He was cheating because he was playing records that like only certain people is gonna really catch. Like you gotta be of a certain age, or you had to been like. And you're talking about sound systems. That's how I started DJing too. Is because growing up in Flatbush, all you hear is all the like, and this
big
is
sound
the
systems.
big sound systems with the boom, 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 boom. But we talked about this the other day. How like they amplified their own speakers to sound
exactly, absolutely. He built his own boxes, everything. They built their own amp. It was not they didn't build their own amp, but they built like their own. They built like their own boxes, like they speaker boxes. I'm talking about they would be like towers, bro. Like towers, like 10 speakers. It's just like crazy.
And the party's going until 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's just and it's like different. It's just like you come up like that shit's like instilled in you. But he was playing records. I'm like, this nigga's cheating.
I was just always magnified by it, man. I was just always just like, yo, this shit is amazing to me, and that's how I kind of felt like that. So I told you, I said, did some of you for a little while, and then I worked at the library. Even like through high school and shit. Like
how did you get a job at the library, dog? What was you doing at the library?
Yo, let me tell you something, man. I was a nigga who I've never not had a job, dog.
That sound like some Jamaican shit.
I never not had a job, man. I was just funding my own shit. I remember I bought my first turntable. I bought my first pair of turntables for my sister's ex-boyfriend. She was dating in high school. The nigga was a DJ, but he ain't wanted shit no more. He played football, so he thought he was going to NFL. It didn't really work out too well for him. But that. So I saved up for one turntable, and my parents bought me the other one for Christmas. Because I was a nerd. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was one of them niggas in high school who I was cool with everybody, but I did my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when everybody fucked with me. You know, I was the cool nigga. Like I would like get niggas who was getting bullied. Like, yo, my nigga, stop bullying that nigga. I was a nice nigga like that. You know what I'm saying?
What high school you went to?
I went to Spelman. Okay. In the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Went to Catholic school and shit. So you know, I mean, it was just like I was just always like, I was even on the block, you know, that was a nigga like, you know, he's good. That nigga, he's not gonna get into no trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas always looked out for me type shit. You know, I was always the young boy. Yeah. You know what I mean? Niggas always looked out for. I was just into my music, my nigga. I was a DJ nerd from Jump.
From Jump Street.
From Jump. You know what I'm saying?
What was like one of the first records that you picked up?
I don't know, my nigga. It probably was I was always a whole Fanatics. Probably had to be a Jay-Z record. Yeah. It probably was a whole record.
So high school, like.
But nah, I'm lying. I bought classics first. Okay. I bought like before I let go, Candy, Fool's Paradise. I bought them shits first on vinyl because I knew those would be the hardest to get.
So like, were you listening to Capri and picking up those records, or just
nah? At this time, this was just this point, you just was like family barbecue time. So niggas knew about you knew of those records.
You gotta put those on.
You those are records you just always work because I was only going to family functions. I wasn't I was in a club. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to Beat Street in Brooklyn to get my shits. I would take the train.
Be safe, my nigga.
I would take nigga, me, my nigga. Exactly. Shots to me and my homie, my nigga Tomo, my nigga Golf. We would dead ass take the train. Like once a week, my nigga take my little PayPal check, my little fucking not PayPal, Summer Youth check or whatever. Nigga go right to Brooklyn, my nigga go to Music Factory in Fordham or B Street in Brooklyn, just cop records. We definitely did the old school shit first.
That's dope. That's real dope, man. So like you remember your first party you ever played? Like when was the first time you played out?
Hell yeah, it was my shorties. It was my girl in high school. She was older. I was a junior. She was a senior. Okay. And
that's also some Jamaican shit.
So somebody was having a party and he needed to DJ some house party shit. You know what I'm saying? And at that point I was already like kind of lit with my music as far as like my music. I had my turntable. Yeah. Had some bullshit speakers, nothing crazy. So that was my first. It was like a house basement party. You know what I'm saying? And that was like the first joint. I remember that shit. That shit was lit too, though.
Jean stains on the wall.
I was the man when I went to school.
Yeah. Was your name first choice from jump, or was it something else?
It was DJ Smiles, my nigga. It was DJ Smiles.
DJ's names be evolving, yo. Like they start out with some crazy names. Like
bullshit.
What happened with that? Like,
it was DJ Smiles. My man had
it's like AIM. It's like your AIM name.
Yeah, it's
my man had first choice, but he wasn't really serious. Like I was on it, my nigga. I would record Flex every night.
Yeah,
when niggas had CD players, portables. I still have my Walkman because I would listen to Flex
to the radio.
Because I would record Flex on radio. Remember he used to broadcast live from the tunnel.
Yeah,
so I would record all them shits. And that was Mr. C used to broadcast live from Speed. And I was young. I was like 15. I wasn't able to go to none of these shit.
But that's when the shit was big. That's
crazy.
That's when they were
on radio. Like how is Flex still on radio?
That's another story.
That's like 20 years.
That's another story.
I think you got the answer, but you're not really. I'm
gonna get right into it. You know what it is? It's not even that the fact that he's still on radio. My nigga, think about it. If you have a job that's paying for your lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna leave. It just so happens that he's in a young man's game, in a young man's market, in a young man's seat, but he just happened to just be in that seat forever.
All right,
so niggas want him out. But from a business perspective and from a businessman's perspective and just from a man's perspective, you can't be mad at the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he got to feed his family. He got to feed. You know what I'm saying? Take care of his.
About a technical perspective, because I've seen First Choice. I've seen him when he's getting busy. I'm like, this nigga, all right.
He's nice.
I see what he's doing.
It's so much deeper than that, though, dog. It's so much deeper than just skills, man. Yeah. I mean, skills is. I mean, it's as far as skills meaning the actual DJ
like
perspective.
Playing a party.
It's not the same as radio.
Playing a party, like, what do you think? Keep it.
Well, me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of Flex's skills in the club. No.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard people. The times that I've been out and heard and have heard him.
Yeah.
I haven't been the biggest fan, but I'm a DJ
too.
DJs, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm listening to it differently than the average consumer.
And you know what's crazy?
You know what I'm saying?
Flex doesn't play. Flex doesn't have to play. He doesn't have to show the technique that First has to show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because of who he is.
He's Flex, so he's like, good.
Yo, you say Flex is at a party. And
people are gonna come
again. If I'm from Montana and Flex is at a party, and I heard about Flex my whole life, like to this day, I know who the fuck Clue is. Like I see Clue, it should be normal, but nigga, I still remember copying DJ Clue
tapes. Like that's a fact.
Tapes. Like yo, you had Diddy talking heavy in the intro. Remember
on
Diddy
the
intros
intro?
On Clue? Oh my god, yo, you play that right now, I get amped up. Like yo,
man,
crazy.
But they've earned that, so you got to give them that respect in that regard, and like you know what. Like, you can't throw no shade at a Flex or a Clue. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to, like, say you might hope they may not be able to do certain things a certain way. You might be able to say them niggas is washed up, but you have to respect them. But you have to respect niggas who came before and paved the way for you to do what you want to do.
What all of us want to do. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but he was at that transition for Hot 97 from being a dance station to being what it is now.
Right.
And I used to record the same tunnel sets, and I used to cop the same mixtapes, and then I even listening live, like when certain records would come out and bringing the shit back and the bomb and talking crazy. Like, we born and raised in New York, so like that shit.
Oh, don't get twisted. I heard them joints. We got them in New York. We got.
Well,
I had long antennas.
Philly's right there, and.
I knew who Flex was. I knew who Clue and all that was as a kid. Yeah.
The second biggest era in New York City after all of the Rakims and shit, and then when it was because Puff the Bad Boy era was crazy.
Oh man!
But then after that, when Jay Rockefeller, all of the niggas was from Philly.
State Prop, yes.
Free Beans.
I loved it.
Young Guns.
We was winning.
Like.
You couldn't tell us nothing.
No, my Harlem Shake was,
it was crazy.
Boom! It was on point, nigga. I almost threw my shoulder out twice in party.
But I mean, like just to bring it back to what First said, and this is something that I'm big on, is just because you got that seat, you gotta think about what's next. And I think a lot of us get caught up like how First said, yo, that's how he eats. So he's scared to lose that. He's scared to give up that seat and chase something else. Like yo, in radio, it's a lot of ways that you can earn money. Like. You know, like I don't know radio to really say I know it, but let's talk about Ebro. Like look at all the different stages of Ebro career, like where he is. You know what I'm saying? Like how come somebody like Flex has never done that?
Right.
Like I would like to see him do that. like not just be this DJ on Hot 97. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he doesn't do other shit. Like, yo, we know about your cars, we know about your ads.
He had the show for a little bit.
You know about all that, but in radio, say, yo, you know what? I'm gonna give this seat the first, and I'm gonna go do something else. You know what I mean? Like, why hasn't he done that? Like, you know what I mean? And that's something that I think us as a culture we have to do. Like, you know, like APM, you know me through the crew.
Facts.
When the crew, they were introduced to me by somebody that was just like, yo, they trying to do a party. You trying to do a party on the same day. I didn't know them. I did a quick research. I said, yo, they seem cool. Let's do it. See how it turned out. After that, me and the crew, we've been vibing. Like, them niggas, I've been like, they hit me, say, Jay, we trying to do this. Boom. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? I never been the older promoter. Like cats would look at me like, yo, Jay, like, you put a lot of people in position. And I'm like, I never wanted to be that promoter where I'm like, no, you can't eat because this is how I feed my family.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of ways
Well,
to feed your family.
I'm not going to say he does that because I don't know. First of all.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying I would love to see him just be like, I'm going to fall all the way back from that position.
Yeah. Because he has.
It's a young man.
He has given niggas opportunities on that side. You know, Bobby Chen, Cypher Sounds, even Mr. C to an extent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just that, you know, you're only going to be able to go so far because he's still at the top. He's still at that position that most guys are going to want. You know what I mean?
Niggas want that. Vacate that shit.
I mean, that's easy. I mean, like I said, it's easier said than done. You don't know what opportunities may have come. So for me being on Power 105 with Clue, you know what I'm saying? Clue is the guy who got me started in the game. Yeah. Like, as far as on a prominent level.
How? Talk about that, because that's all. I've always been interested in that. Like, how do you go from, all right, you was DJing your girls party in high school to like you building up your name.
Max
then
girl.
you get in the
That's
club.
my new girl.
Sorry, my bad. No
disrespect.
No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a shot for you. Nah, deadass. Yeah, talking about? My bad. You know what? We'll edit that shit out. But like, how
do that in there? It's all good.
How do you go from, you know, building the name, building the brand, and you get in the clubs and people is paying attention to Clue bringing you into the radio? Like, that's a dope transition. Like, that's a great story.
Well, let me how it happened for me was like I was a young cat, and I was like working with a lot of different promoters. At first I started doing like a lot of Bronx parties, uptown parties.
Yeah.
Mainly like reggae parties and shit like that. Me and my boys, we had like a little team or whatever, and I was always a DJ. So they were a lot of the guys who I was working with or who were coming to my parties. A lot of promoters were doing parties already downtown, like at March 2112 and those kind of spots.
Oh wow!
I didn't make that.
March 2112.
Yeah. But you know what? So it used to be lit, but I was never able to DJ the main room.
Why?
I would always, because I just wasn't experienced enough. I was coming up, and I did it once, and I just was terrible.
Yeah.
I did nigga for a long time. My early part of my
That's
career.
That's amazing for you to say you're terrible, because a lot of DJs are terrible and do not know they're terrible.
Well, yeah, that's another story too.
I respect you for
that's
that.
another story. Yeah, I just wasn't experienced. Now this is why I tell all my young guys, you know, especially nowadays, you know, a lot of the young people, period, like they just feel so entitled with certain things. You know what I'm saying? They want everything now. So sometimes what I do is I throw niggas to the wolves. I'm my nigga do it. And sometimes let a nigga put his hand on fire and get burnt. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta do that for
learn that lesson.
So now you realize you gotta
learn it.
You gotta be experienced.
Killed it. You like, no, you didn't kill it.
No,
exactly. Back then I
it.
didn't have any mic game. You know what I'm saying? I was scared of the microphone.
That's crazy.
I wasn't confident enough.
It happens
he's
though.
One DJ that has the best mic presence.
I was so scared of the microphone. I would never touch the microphone. So they let me open up one time at Mars 2112.
Yeah.
In the big room.
The main room,
and I just didn't do well. Like, it was just bad. And you know it's bad when they be like, yo, we gonna get you up a little early. Don't worry about it, man. We'll still pay you, but you know it's like that. You know what I'm saying? But
damn.
But now basically what happened was the promoters I was working with. You know, they just see my ambition, and I could DJ. You know what I'm saying? So I would just
play the music.
I know how to play the music. I just wasn't experienced enough to really rock the crowd.
Yeah.
I knew how to play the music. I wasn't. It's two different things. You can know how to play music in your house, but it's a different experience when you have to play for an audience.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to gain that knowledge, and luckily enough, I was always ambitious enough and always willing to network and open to learn. So niggas would always look out. Like I said, niggas always had something in me that they saw me. I don't know what it was, but like, yo, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
And I didn't care about, you know, I didn't really care about no money like that at the time. I was young. I just wanted to just grind. You know what I'm saying? So I was working with different promoters. I got to this one promoter. A few of them. It was like my boy Hollywood Chuck, Dante Ace, Tone Bird. They were working with Clue. and Clue was doing this Tuesday night party called Club One in the meat packet. You know about that?
I don't know if you know. I couldn't go, but I remember it.
It was super celebrity. What happened? Only reason why I got it because the DJ who was there prior had did some fucked up shit. And Clue was really a nigga who don't really play around with certain things. He don't. So like if you fuck up, it's a dub for you, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So he fucked up, and it was an opening. They called me in, and I rock with the nigga at the spot called Club One time, and it was like a real celebrity hideout. I'm talking about like Mariah Carey would be in there,
shit,
like fucking it would be so many actors. I remember that's when I first saw Drake and J. Cole before they was even lit, probably way before they was lit.
I got a funny J. Cole story.
You know what I'm saying? And it was open for, this is when like EDM was like still kind of just become prominent.
Yeah. So like what, 2007, 2008?
It was like a mixed crowd, so you kind of had to keep it sexy.
Yeah.
My first night in there, I'm playing Dipset. Nigga was like, yo, my nigga, dead ass, you playing Dipset and this shit, my nigga. It was almost a dub for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my nigga, my bad. So from then on, the promote like, yo, my nigga, you need to start listening to Z100.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is way before radio all that. You need to start listening to Z100, get your open format game up. That way, and I did that. You know what I'm saying? And I went in there and I was rocking. And I did that shit for free for like almost a year and a half, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I was still in college. I was in college.
A lot of young people won't do that.
I was in college, my nigga.
It's true,
I was broke,
but you heard him? You heard him? Do that shit for a year and a half.
Yeah, man. I mean, he would like offer me some chicken, like, you know what I'm saying, like nothing crazy, like maybe like.
But you was more into like learning and like learning how to rock the crowd.
I just wanted to experience, you know what I'm saying.
He was around a legend.
That's real shit.
Like getting that exposure and being around a legend.
And I always made sure that he was a star. I made sure that he was the nigga who shined.
So you know what I'm saying? Setting it up.
I was always setting it up.
You were
know what
a
I'm
true
saying?
opener.
True opener. You know what I'm saying? So like I would take the bus downtown, the Manhattan Express bus downtown, and wait for the bus to like 6 o'clock to get back uptown because I was broke, nigga. I used to go to school with coins. You know what I'm saying? I spent all my money on not this time it was laptop. It was like we was like right at the beginning of Serato type era. Where DJ just started buying laptops.
So like
but I was still doing like private events.
Okay.
So I would still have to buy equipment.
Damn.
You dig what I'm saying?
So you was on the grind.
I was on the grind. You dig what I mean? So like I didn't really have no money. What that money I had, I was helping my mom's out this time too. You know what I'm saying? With money in the crib and all that shit. So, I was still in school. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
So bread you wasn't just dropping $60 to get back uptown because you know how to.
Yeah, nigga. I mean, I did that for a lot of times. I paid like $45, $50 for a cab if I was super tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
6 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah, my nigga. But I was like, yo, I'm just waiting for this Manhattan Express to kick up at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
Now, though, yo.
And it's it's so crazy. It's such a long way to go. Like that grind is that nigga. That the quote is overnight success is never overnight. It's the realest shit ever.
It takes 10
It's the realest shit ever.
It's
the realest shit ever.
I never knew he did all this. Like that's crazy.
Can we just talk about how both of them niggas never knew shit about each other?
Yeah.
Like
I mean, we Jake built on some different level type shit.
Like you just said.
That's
like I know his.
I found out.
But
I found out more shit about this nigga in 33 episodes and going to school for and we play ball together.
But you know what? That's what happened when you just have an open conversation, which is shit that's needed.
What's dope is that people don't have conversations no more. Everything
that's the thing.
It's texting, which is cool.
Me and First, whenever we see each other,
chop it up.
Yeah, we always chop.
At least 15 minutes.
And 100%. Like you were saying, and we was talking about this earlier in the fake pre-show, but it was just like we need to start doing more shit like this where, you know what I'm saying, we finding out each other's experiences and then building. We was talking about the fact how young black professionals in New York City ain't got nowhere to go if you really think about it. Like, yeah, we got day parties and shit, but it ain't no consistent place where niggas could go, you know what, I'm gonna go here and vibe.
After work type of vibe?
Or just shit like, and it used to be like that.
Back in the day, yo.
It definitely
be a Thursday
used to be like
happy
that.
hour, a Friday happy hour that was lit.
There's nothing that people go to. It's like it's more like universal now. Or like,
it's more universal.
Kinda like Taj, but that's more like
on Thursdays.
Taj is a little bit older.
That's more this crowd.
Bro, I don't go there, but I know the promoters that do it.
I went with
my pops. I was there with my pops.
I went, and it was like
it
was a lot of old.
I swear. I can show y'all niggas the pictures.
I seen the picture.
I swear in my life.
Shout out to the promoters at Taj.
It was a good party.
I'll be over there tomorrow.
It was lit though. I mean, I had a good time.
Nigga, I went 2 weeks ago. Mr. C was on the set. He ain't playing nothing new until the last 30 minutes. Niggas, it felt like a cookout.
Hey, yo, can we salute Mr. C, man?
Thank you.
Listen, y'all niggas gotta stop. Listen, Mr. C personal preference is his personal preference.
Yeah.
You may not agree with it. I may not agree with it, which is okay. But the nigga as a DJ is still a legend.
He's lit.
My nigga,
I ain't gonna front, Mr. C. Listen, you ever played with him before?
I never played
Pause.
with him. No.
You gotta say that.
Speaking of that.
Nah, you gotta say pause.
You gotta say pause. Speaking of that.
You gotta say pause, dog.
I'm fucking with first, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Either or.
But
yo, hold up. Mr. C was not the nicest guy to work with, dog.
Oh no,
Nah.
Mr. C's DJ a party for me before, right?
He's not the nicest guy to work with.
I'm gonna tell you, Drewski's on the party, and this is
this is
loving hip hop Drewski, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
this
and,
is recent.
and Mr. C's on there, and Mr. C like Mr. C sends somebody downstairs like, yo, make sure he got my money, and I'm like, nigga, Drewski's on the party, like I better have your money because Drewski's a lot more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, yo, that's how he gonna treat me? That's
He from
disrespectful.
Brooklyn.
But
Drewski was more than Mr. C?
at the time,
Loving hip hop.
Loving hip hop Drewski. It's loving hip hop Drewski.
Loving hip hop.
This is Mr. C that been through some things.
Oh, so
This
you're
is-
trying to get back in the loop.
Like,
So
he
yeah,
been through some things. So.
This is a true story. My second DJ name, because my first DJ name was 6'4". I started DJing when I was tall.
That's how I remember you, dog. Isn't that how I remember you, 6'4"?
I don't even know.
Oh no, maybe
probably.
maybe I know somebody else named 6'4".
But it was 6'4" because that's my height when I started DJing. But whatever. But my DJ APM is short for DJ Mr. APM because I used to listen to the Throwback at Noon when I was in high school.
Oh yeah, Throwback at Noon. Fire.
In college. Fire. Like 53 minutes, because you know it's the radio shit, right? 53 minutes of just shit. Like, that was some real learning that I was doing because he was playing all different types of records. It wasn't just like hip hop. It wasn't just R&B.
And then he'll have a certain day like dedicated to somebody.
You know, or some shit
and
like
it
that.
would, like
everything would
things.
flow,
Yeah,
and like he would talk about like, oh, you know, because it was who was it? It was the dude, the Spanish nigga that was he had,
Enough?
No. I can't remember his name, but he fucked D Barnes or something like that. Somebody has, I think Cypher Sounds has said that, but I remember the name later in the show. But he would come on at like 11 o'clock and say New York City. You know, I was researching these records, you know, but whatever, just get amped up. And then at 12 o'clock, he would just body that shit, especially when he would do a Jay-Z mix or a Biggie mix.
Still untouchable.
And he was playing because he was Biggie's DJ, so he's playing shit that nobody has.
You can
It's
still
like,
find those mixes too online if you just Google them.
it's not fair, the shit that he was playing.
Yeah, nah.
And, you know, I'm a young
C,
kid.
Mr. C was a musical encyclopedia, though.
Seriously,
Yeah, he
seriously,
really
for
truly
years.
was.
But talking about that, so we were talking about your come up. Well, we got a lot of shit that we got to get back to, but we was talking about your come up and basically how, you know, everybody was fucking with you. They seen the grind. So like, how did Clue bring you? Did Clue bring you to 105 or like?
Well, Clue, he would like invite me to the station like once or twice. That's how I invited myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo,
once you go there, you gotta keep going.
But it was really Pro Style who got me on radio.
Oh, word! Shout out to DJ Pro
It
Style.
was Pro Style. They was looking for some new guys at the time. Excuse me, they was looking for some new guys at the time, and I would after working with Clue so much, like, you know, I was just always in like the hottest clubs as opening DJ. You know what I'm saying? I would open for like all these guys. Like mainly it was because at this time Clue was just like in every hot club.
Yeah.
Clue was like the celebrity DJ, party DJ. Like if you had a celebrity party, Clue was the DJ.
Yes.
And he would always just use me.
Okay.
You know, to open up and close. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I started working with venue would just hire me to kind of open up for other cats.
Okay.
So I started opening up with for Pro Style. There's one spot called Amnesia on Thursdays.
Yeah.
It was used to be known as Club Soul. Yeah.
On 26th Street.
It was like
it's a little over by
like
M2, right?
Yeah, it was like it's like 28th or something like
28th
that.
Street and 10th.
Yeah, yes, it was on the 10th Avenue side.
I lost my mind in Amnesia one time, but that's another story.
I've been there once.
Yeah, so like I opened up a Pro. So me and Pro used to always rock, and they were looking for some new DJs at the time at Power, and he recommended me. I had to submit a mix, and they loved it, and the rest is history.
That's what's up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Congratulations. And then
I appreciate it.
Me and Jay was talking about this outside, how like, you know what I'm saying? We were talking about how basically it's hard for like urban people to get in the venues in New York City because there's no like predominantly hip hop party. It ain't really no predominantly reggae party. If you want that, you got to go to the outer boroughs. You got to go to Queens, Mozzie. Shout out to DJ Nori. Or you got to go to Brooklyn.
Mozzie be lit. I ain't been there yet on Sunday.
Mozzie be crazy.
Oh, where? I'm gonna go
Sunday.
pull up on Nori one day.
Like on a regular Sunday too. Like niggas really got work the next day, and the shit is like lit, like packed. The fuck, nigga?
Nah, but
I
New York
go to work.
City, in New York City, the best days to party is during the week. Like from Sunday to Wednesday. Yo, if you go out that night, you dedicated to getting fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
You walking in on the next day like, I went out. I apologize.
Yeah. That's what I always say. Like, I always say like those are the best nights to go out. If you try to meet someone, like, cause you know that they probably have work. You know, they stress. They going out for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, or it's somebody's birthday.
Or let's keep it a buck. It's somebody from out of town.
Yeah, or out of town too.
You know, they from out of town, so they came. They on a limited schedule. They on a limited run. Like,
so they gotta go out every night.
Every night they out on a Tuesday taking shots of Patron. It's like, whoa, relax.
What's going on?
I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta be at work at 9.
Those are like a lot of like industry nights though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you won't go out on those nights. You're gonna see like a lot of cats from the industry. Like, you may not be able to meet on the weekend. You see like a lot of label cats. You will definitely see some celebrities. Depending on where you go. You know what I'm saying? So the week is definitely, because a lot of celebrities, they come in town during the week to do like their media runs, radio, TV, that's a fact. And on the weekends they go out of town to get that bag, because New York City is just so cheap. They not paying that bag.
We don't gotta pay it.
They not paying that bag.
While I'm here, I see Sway just walking down the street. I'm like, yo, that's Sway.
Does that happen in Philly? Like, have you ever just been
don't
like...
disrespect my city.
I seen Meek one time randomly walking up the block in Philly.
But you'll see like the Philly celebrities, like you'll see Meek, you'll see Young Gunners, you'll see Free, like you'll see them. But like I've never, man, like
AR.
The craziest thing is like I saw. I'm gonna let that rock. I'm gonna let that. But I never like yo. The craziest experience I ever had here was I saw Bill Clinton just walk right in front of me, right? And like when I saw Bill Clinton, I was like, oh my God, that's Bill Clinton. I've never seen that in Philly. And Bill's been to Philly. He's been in my hood. I just didn't see him.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like nobody in New York was impressed. Like he's just walking. Nobody was like, oh my God.
Like, yo, get the fuck out my way, girl.
But like
welcome to New York, bitch.
I had that. I didn't have that experience, but I seen that happen to somebody. But like in Philly, like we don't really see too many celebrities just out and about on the regular. Made in America weekend, a big weekend for us. Like first did Made in America weekend. We had Dave East down there.
Okay,
the shit was lit. Like, I mean, but that's a big deal. It's not like
that's a big weekend.
Yeah, it's not like you gonna see. Yo, man, the fun. Hove used to do. I'll never forget. Hove did a concert in Philly, right? He did a concert, left the concert, went across the street, got in his helicopter, and came back to New York. He spent no time in Philly. Like, that's people really. It's like a stopping ground for somewhere in between. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta do a radio run, do radio, then you shoot into New York, or you shoot into DC and turn it up. It's not really like, it's not just lit. I don't know why. I kind of don't like that, yo. I never forget, Lil Wayne tweeted. Y'all didn't read that? Like, this shit went viral. Maybe
Wayne don't fuck with New York either, so.
Yeah, Wayne don't fuck
with Philly. But Wayne tweeted, he said, get me the fuck out, this city is whack. I don't got nowhere to go after my concert. Like, that's what the nigga tweeted. And I was like, damn.
Well, at the same time, Philly closed at 2 o'clock, right?
Well, we got some spots to stay open late, but it was just like his shit might have been over with at like 12 o'clock. He could have been out for 2 hours. He just was like, this shit was horrible. Yeah. This before I was there, though. It's better now.
Okay. Nah, shout out to Jay. That's a fact. That's a real fact. But the shit about New York is like you could dead ass go to a day party, go home, take a nap till 12, 1 o'clock, hit the shit, and then be out and be lit. And like you got a full reset. Philly, you gotta be out till 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 1:45. Listen, if you wake up in Philly at 2 o'clock, you like shit. Go back to sleep. You wake up in New York at 2 o'clock, you like, all right, where y'all at? Oh yeah, all right, cool. I'm about to pop up.
Nigga, I'm about to jump in the Uber.
Even if you coming from the Bronx, like you can make it to Brooklyn before the club closes.
Yeah. Like, and then there's some shit afterwards. You might fuck with a. Excuse me. You might meet a young lady. You might meet a young lady. You're gonna have something. Y'all might go out to eat. You be out till 7 o'clock in the morning. Some spots, I told the story before. I went to a spot where I DJ till 4 o'clock, and they had a whole nother crew coming.
Oh, nah, yeah, a lot of after-hour joints.
What the fuck? Niggas was partying till 10 o'clock in the morning. That's the first time I seen somebody do coke. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Yo, it's a club in Miami, man. That shit stay open until noon. Every single, I'm not gonna say the name of it because I don't know if it's legal or not, but it's definitely a club in Miami that you go into. Like, niggas don't start showing up until like 3 a.m. and they stay in there until noon. That's crazy. Like, but they like real partiers. Like I'm around.
Like house music type shit.
They play everything, but it's a real like how you say you saw people doing coke, like that shit. I mean, like, but it's like that's what people are into, and like I I don't do coke. I never did drugs. But at the end of the day, you know, I like being around that kind of. I'm really a person that really loves this party shit. Like I don't do this shit for the money no more. I do it because I really enjoy this.
You
shit.
enjoy it to this day?
It's not that I enjoy the experience for myself so much. I enjoy what comes out of parties, man. Like I've been seeing major deals brokered over a party.
Happen in a party.
I've been seeing a lot of young professionals get jobs over a party.
Okay. I could definitely say your events attract a lot of young professionals. I can definitely see that happen.
And it's like yo, like I mean,
your events is one of the events that I invite like a lot of my female friends out to if they want to meet guys or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like you definitely got some nice professional young black professionals at your events.
I know I've done parties where like, let's say you're aspiring to get a job at Apple or something like that.
You could probably
the VP at Apple might be at my shit. And
Can
it's
you
like,
invite me to that next one, please?
No, I don't fuck with you like that. I got you, but like it's certain shit where it's like, so I enjoy that. You know what I mean? I just enjoy seeing people have fun.
Yeah.
Like I try to provide a fun environment in my shit. You know what I mean? Like it's not about the bread no more. A lot of cats do this shit for bread. I'm like. The bread, don't get me wrong, the bread is beautiful. You know, you can go out and do a party and make 15 grand in one fucking. That's crazy to me that you can make 15 grand. It's people out here. You do 2 parties, you might make 60 grand. That's
for
like
half
salary.
a year.
Yeah. That's half people's salary making 60 grand.
So my price is going up for you.
No, not me. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Price is going up.
You gotta get the bag.
But it's like, you know, you do certain stuff, and it's like when you, for me, the money's good, but at the same time. Excuse me. I love the seeing the people meet and connect and just coming on. You know what I mean? You know how many people are married thanks to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
They owe you a check or at least something.
Yo, I got a lot of homies that be like,
I met my girl, my wife.
That's powerful though. That is powerful.
It is.
Yo, like,
so are you partying till 12 though? 12 noon. That's the question.
well, I go out and party until 12.
Yeah,
it depends. If I'm out of town,
if I'm on vacation,
Yo, and that's one thing I love about my wife. Yo, shout out to my wife. Like she's a rider, cause like she's somebody that's
shout out to Mrs. Forbes.
Like if we're in Miami, yo, she will be like, I'll be like, yo, we going out and we out. Like she don't care, you know what I'm saying? Or we're in LA, like we done been in some like
some major
some shit in LA where it's like, yo, you gotta knock on the door, the gate open up, you gotta walk through a school bus and then you open up into a club yard. Yeah, and shit is lit.
Yeah, shit like that in the York too, low key.
It's like, yo, like you fucking
see,
you'll see Idris Elba like in the bitch, and you like, damn.
What the fuck?
Shouts to Danny Glover.
Yo, that's what Danny Glover.
What's the nigga name from Boys in the Hood?
Which
little brother.
Oh, what's the name? I know you're talking about Cuban Gooding Jr.
Cuban Gooding Jr.
Yeah, but
that nigga stay out, my nigga, in some low ass spot.
Yo,
in New York?
Yes. Yeah, he out here. He out here running around.
Yes.
All right. What's the craziest shit you ever seen in a party? And
oh my god, man, I can't answer that question. I can't answer that though.
What's the craziest shit that you can answer that you've seen in a party?
That you can
answer. I can't even remember. It's so much. Like I've seen it all.
Or like the craziest person. Like you ever? I mean, clearly you probably been in a party with Rihanna or something like that.
Yo, of course, I did. I DJ Carmelo Anthony Lala's wedding with Clue.
What?
That's why I went to DJ my wedding.
What?
Yeah, I did that.
That's crazy.
I remember Kim Kardashian was like diving off the stage into like Kelly Rowland and everybody. It was like all out of fun. It was an amazing experience.
That's
LeBron James was there. Like it was like
that's Latavia right there.
It was
that's
crazy, man. It was lit, man. That was a beautiful wedding. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I always tell my girl like, yo, we ever get. I told her this one time. I ain't told her this all the time. But like, yo, they had this live band, yo.
Live band,
like, yo, my nigga, this band was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
My nigga, I'm into like, you know what I'm saying?
Music.
So like, this live band that they had at the wedding was incredible, dog. That's mad random, but I'm just saying.
But that's crazy. Jay, what's the craziest thing you ever seen in a party that you can say?
I honestly, my bad, not to cut you off, but I literally cannot remember anything because it's been so much. Like it's so normal. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see it all.
Yeah, the craziest. I'll tell you the first moment that had me tripping in the club. And the first moment that had me tripping was when I actually seen one of my good friends do a line of coke in the club.
Oh,
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah, you didn't know he got down like that.
Was that his or her first time? You don't know?
I don't think so.
Was it a black? Was it a black friend or a white friend?
It was a black friend.
Black niggas be on coke, my nigga.
I know.
Black girls and bartenders be on that shit.
But the shit is, the cities is just like.
Sorry, I'm sure. Cut that part out.
You didn't say no names though.
Yeah, I did. Now we good. Listen, man. This is.
But the shit
I'm good.
is
Don't worry
just
about
like
it.
when you see your nigga just.
You be like, damn. I mean, for me too.
If you didn't know.
Yeah, if you don't know.
It's my white friends is.
You be like, you lit, my nigga.
It was my homie, like, yo, this is my man, 100 grand, and like what happened? We all together
chilling,
and the nigga did like we all together. He walked off, and like I go looking for him, and I see the nigga on the rooftop. Cause like we had a rooftop spot. Now this is early New York. It's all right, so they called it Level R last. That's the last thing I knew it was called. But this is back when it was called the Empire Room.
This is in Philly?
Nah, in New York. We in New York. We in the Empire rooftop.
61st.
And Broadway.
Top of the hotel.
Oh, yeah. I actually got kicked out of there one time. But
that's
for another day.
That sounded about right.
That's for another day. That's the only time I ever got kicked out of anywhere.
It's like 09, 2000. It might have been 08, 09. And like he did a line. And I was like,
yeah, I did it right. I got kicked out around like
I was like, and we young. We might be 24 at the time. Like that shit kind of had me tripping. So that was the first time I saw something wild that was like, oh my God, this party and shit is real.
It's real.
No, I felt like when you see somebody that you're like cool with do some other shit, you just like damn. Because I mean obviously I smoke weed, so if I see somebody smoke weed, I'm like, all right. But I've been around people that like I seen them like on Molly, and that's the first time like my boys like on Molly, and I'm like, whoa, my nigga, like you wild.
Yo, I seen niggas take whole pill bottles and be like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you need that much to? They be like, yeah, shit just mellows me out.
Yeah, I'm
until it becomes a normal thing, you don't even say nothing no more.
Yeah, this is like,
and that's how it is with a lot of people now. It's just normal. Like, yo, we out. It's like,
that's how they get down.
Let me find a coke man for you.
I'm gonna keep it real. I haven't really seen anybody do nothing too crazy in the club like that. As far as drug usage, I haven't. I mean, I haven't seen it. I'm not sure if they be rolling or not.
I've seen it one time in the bathroom when I walked.
Like I be seeing, weed smoke, of course, all that kind of shit.
Is weed a drug? Like it's a drug, but
it's
not
illegal.
really.
Y'all weed hits now.
Yeah, like I mean, I haven't really seen anybody do any kind of real crazy. I haven't seen a fight in the club in a long time, dog. Maybe because the kind of parties I'm doing, I don't know, but I haven't seen a fight in a party in like 2-3 years, dog.
You wanna know? It's like fighting is corny. Like
it be like girls. If anything, it be usually be like girls. Like guys ain't really on that time. Like it be very random. Like niggas don't be on that time like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's a fact.
Like I haven't seen a fight in a club in a long time.
No. That's not a fact because the DL, right? The everyday people. The reason they shit
got shut
down
because
it was a big part. It was a big fight.
Oh yeah. That was a while ago too.
It might be like the different venues. I've seen fights.
But the thing about fighting, the thing about liquor.
That was my bad. That was girls though.
It was girls?
No, you talking about everyday people.
Oh
no, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Did they shoot that shit up?
No. They never shot that.
Okay.
I don't know about that.
It's a different type of crowd. It's a different type of crowd.
But the thing about liquor, which I like, because owners, like, you know, I say a lot of owners, like, don't want to fuck with us. And, like, you know, like I talk to owners, like, I treat them like they us. Like, you know, like, when they want to talk fly, I say, damn, so you telling me the white people, when they get drunk, they don't start fights?
They fight crazy,
and they look at me and they be like, okay. I'm like, so it's liquor. I can't tell you if I might have known this nigga for 10 years. When he get liquor in his system,
he's a different man.
He might see somebody who
he don't like
beef with.
Or not even beef. It's just,
bro.
Niggas get to see anybody.
I used to do security at Turtle Bay. Mm-hmm. I was at Turtle Bay. I want to say it was SantaCon, like 2014.
Oh, they probably went off.
Crazy, nigga. Some niggas started spraying pepper spraying the shit in there. What? Had to clear the whole shit out.
Yo,
and it's nothing but white boys in there.
But they love SantaCon.
Everybody loves
SantaCon.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
Like you said, alcohol.
SantaCon.
You never heard of SantaCon?
Dog, you never seen the white people dressed as Santa elves. All that shit.
It's black people too. It's black people too.
Maybe y'all friends. My friends.
I
went to an HBCU.
I went to a Catholic school.
I seen that nigga with a Howard shirt on.
I was just fucking with y'all.
I see the nigga with a Howard shirt on the Santa hat.
I had the worst college experience ever.
What school did you go to?
I went to Iona College. You know the show?
Oh, nigga, that's just right there. That's right down the block.
I literally went to school, went to work.
Home.
Oh yeah, you didn't get to enjoy it.
I worked, bro. All I did was work, my nigga.
Nah,
all I did was work, son.
Listen,
all I did was work, dog.
It's funny because like how you say that, like yo, when we was in college, niggas didn't even know I was a part of the concert people. Like you had to be super close to us.
But you kept your shit on the low. Like that's
but
one thing I noticed.
all my
like,
homies,
you keep your shit on the
like
low.
yo, they knew them. Like yo, you knew who Kiko and Mike was. Like everybody's like yo, that's Kiko, that's Mike. That's
Where they
Nas.
was from? Where they from?
And we all from Philly. Like we all was from Philly. We actually like most of us knew.
So it was like paid in full, and you was more like Ace Boogie. Like
I don't know who I was. I just didn't want nobody to know me. And
Ace Boogie.
I just was on some other shit. Like I was never taught to be like, yo, this is
flashy
me,
about your shit. Yeah.
But like them dudes, like everybody knew who they were. You know what I mean? So I like my college experience wasn't as like yo. It wasn't until I remember because I interned at Lehman in 2005, and when I came up here, like all these Spelman chicks is like, yo, who are you? And I'm like, yo, I've been knowing y'all for years. Like I've been seeing y'all. Y'all just now seeing me. That shit hurt my heart.
Yeah.
I thought they was checking for me, but obviously not. I had a girl the whole time, so it was like I wasn't really like.
You wasn't out there like that.
But I still thought they knew who I was. They was like, no, we had no idea who you were, dog. But now we know you. I'm like, okay, cool. But it wasn't like because I was so low key, nobody knew who I was. Shit was whack too, yo. It wasn't. When I started doing parties, that's when I started feeling myself. I was like, oh shit. Because that's when I became the face and everybody was like, yo, we know this nigga. And it was like, yeah, I know y'all. Y'all gonna know me tonight. But I fell back after a while. Like, shit gets boring, like being the face and like, everybody knows
you see the same people all the time. And that's a good question. Like, do you see the same people, the same faces every party that you go to? Like, you got your core supporters and shit like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, what I try to do is, you know, I learned this today. I had a great meeting today with somebody, a prominent DJ also.
From the city or outside the city?
Well, he's
global.
He's global. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Does his name start with a K, or we're not supposed to? Nah.
Right. He's you might know. He's mainly a club DJ, but DJ Reach.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a
AM PM.
He was talking.
PM AM.
Yeah, I had a long meeting with him today, man. We just chopping up for like 4 hours, dog, in a chicken spot. And the chicken spot on Wall Street. Like,
shout out to Reach.
Shout out to Reach.
He's a very, very good guy. We were just good guy. We was just chopping it up, man. But yeah, like you definitely see the same faces all the time. I was just talking to him about that. You know, as far as core fans go, like you got to make sure you engage with the people who support you 100%.
Okay,
like, that's very important. Like, you know, even if it might be somebody like, you know, sometimes we got pride and ego. We might want the baddest girls to come out to our parties, but it may not always be the baddest one, or it may not always be the nigga who got the most money. But they always want to come and fuck with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make sure you take care of everybody on all levels. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if in the club, like, you know, you got to shake the busboy's hand as well as the manager's hand, as well as the owner's hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep everybody happy.
Is, some of them people that you, like, yo, I know somebody is supposedly a sound guy at a club that has a legit partnership with that club.
Right.
Like, it's funny.
You never know, man.
And DJs be disrespectful. Like,
you never know, dog. You never know. I've gotten I've gotten some of the greatest gigs from guys who worked in nightlife, but were at the bottom, and ended up becoming people who can call shots. And I've gotten some great gigs from that.
That's crazy. I'm one of those dudes that came from the bottom. Like, I used to do security at, like, Turtle Bay. I used to do security at PhD. And I used to do security for their Saturday night, like, after brunch, like, day party from 5 to, like 10. And there's this DJ name. He's still there now. What's his name? DJ Ben Paul. And, like, I was doing security. You know, we had to show up 30 minutes earlier. So, like, we're in the spot. Nobody's there. And he'd come. And, like, when he came and set up, he would shake everybody's hand. And he had a smile. And it wasn't, like, a fake pound or whatever. It was like, yo, what's up?
Yeah.
You good?
Everything good? It made you know who he was.
That shit, like, really resonated with me to the point where I do that shit now wherever I'm DJing at. But it was just, like, that just shows you, like, somebody's character.
That's how you got me to come out here. You got me to come out here because APM was mad cool. I didn't know him. Like the crew was like, yo, we want him to go on. I was like, cool, put him on. But like he was so embracing. I was like, yo, he gotta be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And you want to help a nigga like that out. You want to be like, yo, let me just, even if, like, you know, if I can, whatever I can do to provide some type of service to you to kind of make you help you get to wherever you want to be. I want to do that for you because you just got that vibe with you. That's good.
True story. I met First Choice at fucking the Attic at the same party, and my shit wasn't working.
I feel like I know you before that, man.
I owe you a check. You owe me a check.
Nah, you owe me a check for that.
I owe you a check. But you said you owe me a check. But we're gonna talk about that anyway.
I owe nobody.
Nah, I had seen you before. At like the Ainsworth or some shit like that.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
But I had just copped a new computer, so my shit was fucking up because all the new this tech talk, all the new MacBooks they don't fuck with the Serato program.
I know.
Like these niggas don't talk to each other, which is crazy. Like Apple, y'all niggas gotta realize, like,
y'all make a lot of money.
These are the people that are buying this shit.
Yeah, I literally have the oldest operating system on my laptop for that reason. But yeah, I'm listening.
But it's a fact.
It's a problem. Yes,
it's a fact. Like, how do you not talk?
How you not think about
to
that?
these niggas that's buy? And it's not like this shit is cheap. Like,
no, paying
this nigga's a DJ, so and you know, because you work with DJs, like we need a lot of RAM and we need a lot of gigabyte space. Shout out to everybody that I just lost because I'm talking that tech talk. But anyway, my computer wasn't working or whatever. And first had to leave. But he didn't leave until he realized my shit was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until the shit was rocking.
Nah, he's a good dude like that.
And I noticed that. You know, I pay attention to everything. So it's just like, nah, like, I fuck with you.
Right, and it
automatically.
It wasn't. Thank you. First of all, it wasn't even only for you. Like not to kind of shit on your parade a little bit, but it wasn't even only for you. It was because of the fucking event. Period. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I know if there's no music in here, like it's a bad reflection on Jay. It's a bad reflection on you.
I appreciate it.
And it's also a bad reflection on my future bookings that may happen because what happens is now the crowd may not want to come back out because they feel like, oh nah, that shit was whack last time. The music went out. The event, you know what I'm saying? Like all that shit is a domino effect. You got to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all young DJs out here listening, y'all need to really pay attention to the shit they saying. Mm-hmm. Like don't be so much about you. It's a bigger picture. It's a bigger picture. This is a selfish business with only the niggas who are the less selfish win.
Yo,
100%.
What's crazy is my first Serato box I had saved up. I was a sophomore in college, so I was still rocking on CDs, like the rack shits like crazy. But my first Serato box, I was working at a law firm in Times Square. I had saved 2 weeks worth.
Niggas got good jobs, yo. What the fuck? Fucking
I work as a janitor at Ligh, man. I work as a janitor.
What the fuck you do? You a professor?
No, I'm a trash.
But I worked at a law firm in Times Square, and nigga, I was like, damn. This is when everybody was making that transition, so I was like, damn, bro, I gotta step it up, nigga. Like, I really don't want to do this shit. So I had bought I didn't even have a computer. Like, this is what 2008. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a computer. I was like, fuck, I gotta get a computer. So I had some bullshit computer. And then I saved 2 weeks worth of checks because I was only making like $350 a week.
That's crazy.
At the law firm?
At the law firm because it was an internship. I was in. It started in high school and it was like in college, so it was bullshit. Mm-hmm. I wasn't doing nothing crazy.
He's not a lawyer now, dog.
No, I'm an accountant. But I saved 2 weeks worth of checks.
Words and a fucking accountant. How's that even possible?
Get bread. You rich.
Shh, I'm broke. I had $700 exactly for the Serato 1 box, and that's when it cost a legit $7. It was like $6 something with tax. So like after tax, you paying that $700. I calculated that shit. I'm like, all right. At the time, we had a job Metro card, so like it was unlimited. So I would take that shit, but somebody had to go deliver paperwork to the court. So I'm like, shit, like, nigga, what time is it? And if you left the office at a certain time, if you left at 5:30, they let you keep going because it's just like, there's no point for you to come back. They don't want to pay no overtime. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, keep going. So they sent somebody else out instead of me. So I'm like, damn, like, that was my Metro card, my nigga. Like, you fucking my shit up. Like, how am I supposed to get home now? And that was the day. I got paid on Thursday. So it was a Thursday. Nigga, I bought my first Serato box. I didn't even have money for the train. And I bought it from Sam Ash. That was on 7th and 48th Street.
Yeah,
so it's Times Square. Yeah. Nigga, I couldn't hop the train because if I hopped the train, I'm getting out there. I walked home to Flatbush.
Wow.
Staying at my mom's crib.
Spent $700 and walked
home. That's the passion. Like, I love that shit.
That's a story, yo. You got it. Like,
I never told nobody.
If you had a movie, nigga, that would be it.
Walk home.
That would be it, nigga.
And it had some.
You have to add rain.
It was in the summertime. It was in the summertime.
It was in the summer.
We were still training.
What was the temperature?
I can't remember.
You gotta say it was like 98.
You gotta say at least
it was hot. It was hot. It was July.
Like 98, 100% humidity.
The only reason why I remember it because it was July and it was first session, so it was only a handful of us that used to train. So this was Wednesday. We used to train Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, Friday. This was a Wednesday actually, so I got paid on Wednesday because I had direct deposit. Shout out to Chase. And then my shit had hit. I had to walk to Flatbush, nigga. It's crazy. My mom was like,
$250.
Why you got
I think nowadays, man, that artist lost of knowing the grind because social media just made everybody feel as if they deserve it and they're a star already.
Yeah.
You know
social
what I'm saying?
Media fucked the game up.
Nah, it did, man, and that's why I always tell niggas like, you know, there's a quote that I live by, dog. It says, "Comparison is the thief of joy." You know what I'm saying? Social media created this world of false realities where motherfuckers is comparing themselves to motherfuckers' best attributes that they're putting out there. And it's allowing you know what I'm saying? It's allowing people to like really to believe these things that aren't true of other people, and they start comparing themselves to it. And they start to get depressed and start to get down because they feel as if, why am I not achieving these same things? Why am I not getting these same accolades? Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yo, social media just created these fake ass these celebrities that people who are deserving. So they don't feel as if they need to do
that work.
Up and coming DJ. They feel like they don't need to do a free party
for a year and a half.
And also too, social media doesn't show like that person that you're looking up to. They did 10 years of grinding. That wasn't on.
That's all.
Exactly.
That's true too. So that's that's very true too.
It's cats out here that we think are lit that's really still doing free shit. Yeah. Like it's cats out here that you look at and be like, yo,
that's a fact.
That is the man.
That is a fact.
Like
boy.
You hear behind closed doors, you like, no.
That's a fact.
That nigga, what he's doing? What? Oh shit! Like I mean, and it's you know that's something that they're never ever going to put on their social media.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I said, how y'all was like, Jay parties is lit. I never put on there my party flop, but at the end of the day, the shit happens. And like, even when it flops, like how y'all was like, yo, it's not bad if it flops in my opinion, but at the end of the day, you'll never see me post, yo, my shit flop.
Yeah, my shit was trash tonight, boy. like, come on.
Yo, my shit win. Thank you.
No,
that's what I do.
But the true shit is, like, he probably said he had a whack set. It wasn't whack because they still fucked with him, but in his mind, it was whack.
Exactly.
Same shit
so
to me. Standard. I never forget it. I was at
no bullshit.
I was at 4040. Not 4040. What the fuck is the name of that shit? The shit that used to be on like on 40th Street.
The lounge.
Yeah,
they talking about
40th
7th. Fashion 40.
Oh, Fashion 40.
Shout out to Steve.
Yo, is that? Oh shit. Yo, that's crazy.
That was
the shit with the upstairs, and I don't know. I had met somebody, and that nigga we exchanged numbers and shit. So he was like, "Yo, come through on a Friday." I'm like, bet, I'm lit. I'm still in college. I had just caught my computer, so like I wasn't really rocking with Serato like that, but I was rocking enough to be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna come. And you playing college parties, everybody's drunk by 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So they dancing at whatever.
Whatever, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you play whatever. So, nigga, this was Fashion 40 after work where it was like a big party. I get in there, I'm looking at the crowd, I'm like, all right. And this is when Southern music was like really taking over. So I'm coming in here, and it's an older crowd too. So I'm like, man, I'm about to go in my Jay-Z bag or whatever. Niggas was not having it. The first 5 records, promoter comes on like, yo, play some Southern records. I'm like, all right.
Let me see what I got.
Let me see what I can do. Trash. And I was playing with DJ Big Reef. And he came on, he gave me that tap, like, you know, we're still going to pay you, but, you know, he's just going to come on a little bit earlier. And this is when everybody had to bring their own Serato box, too, because a lot of clubs didn't have Serato boxes. So he came on, and he really taught me, like, my set was only from 11 to 12. I stayed till 4, and I watched the whole shit. And he came on, and I seen how his library was organized. It wasn't no duplicates, no copies of songs or whatever. And everything was like, is it?
My library's
chopped. You a fucking liar, nigga. Every shit is bomb.
Yo, ask any of my niggas.
You a liar. I seen it. I was right there.
God rest his soul. I put it on my mother, my nigga. My crates is chopped.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he knows what he's doing. Don't worry.
Yes.
I know that's his shit.
Ask 80 of my nigga. You know what's the crazy? My laptop is in my car. I'm gonna reach upstairs. My shit is chopped,
nigga. And when you play,
my nigga, my last 20 crates say crate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This nigga played Fantasia. When I see you, this is what I'm saying. I pay attention, and he played that shit, and I felt like I was in 2009 again.
But I mean, you know, over the years of playing these songs, you kind of know what you want to go to.
Yeah,
100%.
But he made me really like step my game up. I went home and practiced in my crib from like 4 to 6 o'clock in the morning because I was just like, this was terrible.
Just experience, dog. I always tell niggas, experience is the best teacher, man. You can't lose with experience, man.
What you
know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, I was just saying like he knows his craft, so it's like his shit can be unorganized to him, but like he knows how to search for
where the records
song.
are.
He knows what he's about to play. Like I don't think he walks into the club with presets, because I've seen people try to destroy this nigga. Like I've seen I've seen openers not be openers.
Yeah, I think that they mean that's prime time
too. Like yo, if you're an opener, be an opener. Like set up for the nigga that's.
I love that. Though,
that's the best shit, right?
But I've seen people try to destroy this nigga, and then he comes on and he's like, yo, this is first choice. He has Drake maybe say something for him and shit. And then like after that,
it's Khaled. It's Khaled. It's not Drake. It's Khaled.
I don't know who it is. I just know it's somebody famous. These niggas don't know me, but they say this nigga name on it. You know what I mean? Yeah. He open it up, and then after that he goes and just kills the
plays
club.
records.
And I'm like, yo, this nigga's playing shit that you wouldn't even think about playing. And that comes with experience. That's why, like, at certain DJs, when I know, like, yo, I'm gonna get this shit lit, I'm gonna tap him. Like I didn't ask the nigga to come to Philly for nothing to come and do that shit for me in America. I knew that was going to be a night where I needed to show improve. That was like my first major party
event
in Philly once I started like this brand out there, and I was like, yo, I gotta bring First, because First was going. I knew he was going to destroy. First walked in, and it was Chase B was supposed to spin. He wasn't even supposed to spin.
That's right.
Chase B was supposed to spin.
I fuck with Chase B. He's good too.
But
man.
Chase B,
he had up and down.
They had to shoot out of town right after they performed, and I told First was like, "Don't worry, I got it." But I trusted this nigga to come through, and he came. Yo,
bodied it.
Nigga, the video from that joint, I mean, I don't know if you peep, like, you got Joel and Beeb in that bitch rocking his head side to side while First spinning.
Yeah,
I mean, it was certain.
It was a good vibe.
It was certain, like, half the Eagles in there turning up.
Oh,
like,
word?
Ryan Matthews in there after scoring the win. Like, the shit was lit. And it's like, this nigga's, like,
rocking it.
And I'm like, yo, that's my man. That's what
I even know they was all in there as a fact.
It's your wedding, though.
Yeah. Oh, not. And, yo, I'm telling you, at my wedding, people, yo, I never forget, man. One of my cousins, I love this cousin, but, like for him to give First props, I said he had to kill that shit. My cousin don't give nobody any props. Like, my cousin is like, your DJ was trash. I can DJ better than him, and he's not a DJ, but he didn't say that about First. That's the kind of person he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, cuz, who is your DJ? And I was like, somebody from LA, because I didn't know what he was going to say. He was like, yo, that nigga murdered. I said, oh, yes, my man First.
DXOB next,
boy.
He's like, yo, I got. He's like, Power 105, they got the app. I said, yeah, my nigga always on. Just turn it on, you gonna hear it first. Like, I mean, but that's when I was like, yo, people love him. Like, and it wasn't then when I noticed it, because I went to somebody do my wedding.
We worked
that's trash. But like at the end of the day, like, we worked a lot, and it was like I just always realized. And that's the craft that a lot of DJs fuck up on. Like, one, if you're an opener, be an opener. But if you're a closer, be prepared for whatever.
Bro, but that's an important skill that you have that a lot of promoters really don't have now, is having that ear. Like, it's one thing to get somebody that could pack the shit out, and it'll be, like, packed.
A lot of promoters book DJs that can pack clubs.
That can pack clubs but can't play.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Everybody's not just coming to hear radio records or, whatever.
Is there DJs who can pack clubs nowadays, though?
I think
first choice.
Not so much.
I'm not gonna take that.
But you know what? No, not so much in New York. But let's say if I was doing a party in South Jersey, or if I was doing a party in Philly. Let's say if I was doing a party in Philly, and I said I was bringing out like Envy.
Okay, yeah, okay, got you.
Pack,
okay,
like no question. You know what I'm saying? But like in New York, nah, it's no. Because at the end of the day, I can go out any day of the week and I can hear a radio DJ in New York City.
Yeah.
I can hear Reach in New York City almost any day. Like I just gotta check and see where these niggas are spinning. You know what I'm saying? But in Philly, or like let's say like if I'm in the Carolinas, yo, let me say First Church and Power 105. They might even know who this nigga is.
Right. That's I see what you're saying with that.
We winning.
I kind of meant New York, but I understand. I definitely understand what you mean.
Like yo, he was a big draw for the Made in America joints. Like yo, I got somebody from Power 105 like coming.
That's that brand. That's that stamp.
Yeah. Nah, that's why I always book them Power 105.
Yeah,
like, nah,
but the thing is, it's the stamp. And then it's the quality too.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And
like, sorry not to cut you off, but he was saying like he's a DJ's DJ, so he's listening differently.
Oh, every DJ respects me. It's a lot of big DJs in my camp.
But what I was saying is like that's a gift to you to like know that you're not only bringing somebody that's gonna be a big name or whatever, but you're bringing somebody that's gonna like changed
the job.
Matter of fact, I'll tell you me and first gig together.
Talk about it.
Was Active's birthday. DJ Active's
Where was it
birthday at the Stellar with Carlos.
Oh yes.
Now I'm gonna tell you,
Active is
you
amazing.
may not know who
that's
DJ
one of my
Active is,
favorites.
but that's
he's a world famous tour DJ.
No, he's real famous. Like niggas on tour with Janet right now.
Oh, for real?
Oh, he's different.
He's opening for Janet and he tours
different.
But
he
did the Bad Boy joint. He did the Bad Boy. He does comedy. He does everybody. You know what I mean? So Active is my man. Like that's like my man. $100,000, and I'm doing Active's birthday, and Carlos was the person I booked it with. Like, me and Carlos was working together. Carlos was like, you gotta let my man first spin. And I was like, all right.
Shout out to Carlos, then.
Yeah, nah. Los is the homie.
Yeah, Los is the family, yeah.
Los is the guy that if you know
him, 40-40 family.
He gonna hold you down, you know what I mean? And Los was like, first is gonna spin. So I said, okay, this looks cool. And it's Active birthday, mind you. Emery was in there.
Oh shit.
J Mom was in there. I'm telling you.
J Sisters was in there.
A lot of major heavy hitters was in there, and it's Active in there. Marsha Ambrosius actually pops up and celebrates her birthday with us. Like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Philly.
And Active was like, yo, who the fuck is this DJ?
Oh, word.
I shouldn't say that on here, but Active, that's my man.
I'm a huge fan of
Active. Active was like, yo, who's this? I was like, yo, I don't even know him. He said, yo, get cool with that nigga. He nice.
Yeah.
And that was like, me and him got cool.
That's some shit I see. I like to hear that because I did that shit for so many DJs before. Yeah. And like that's one nigga. That's like one of them nigga that did that before. One nigga True Blends.
Yeah. True. He's nice.
True is nice. And I be like, yo, my nigga. Remember when I first heard him? Like that's like my young bro. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I'll get a nigga like the greatest advice ever. But like, he reminds me of me. Yeah. But he has that young mentality still of like a little bit of like the entitlement, but I started trying to break him out of it. But he has such a great career ahead of him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He has a great team, great promoter. He works with, like, you know what I'm saying. So I respect a DJ for doing that because I do that for other DJs, and I didn't think that happens for me. You know what I'm saying. So that's why I do it. Because I know, like, I would want it done for me, and I wasn't sure if it happened for me when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The funny thing, even for my wedding, Active couldn't DJ my wedding because he was actually on tour. Right. He was actually on tour with Bad Boy, but Active sent the preset. I mean, this nigga's on tour with Diddy. I don't know what y'all niggas know. You don't sleep.
Active is a beast, though.
But like, Active sent the preset mix, and Active was like, yo, who the fuck you gonna get DJ your wedding? So, yo, I think I'm gonna get first. He said, oh, okay, you in good hands. Yeah, I don't gotta send nothing. That's the stamp. Like, and I mean, like, but it's not only has Active said it. I got a homie named Norshawn down in the Carolinas. Norshawn pops up and forth, like back and forth to New York with us, and he always be like, yo, what's up with First? And I be like, nigga, I can't put him on everything, man. He costs too much money. Like, I don't.
That's a lie, man.
But it's not. It's like, you know, like I try
a cool $150, my niggas.
Yo, call him. His number's 1-800 one choice.
One choice.
150. But
shout out to the First Choice app.
But yeah, man. So it's like, you know, I try to show a lot of DJs love. Like, I try to not so much a lot, but I got a good stable, and I want all y'all to get y'all shots. You know what I mean? I want everybody to get their shine or whatever. But when Active said it, Norshawn said it, and then Economics, who's one of like my real good friends too, he was like, yo, First is a beast. You know what I mean? And I love the respect that and the love he shows to Economics, because it's like Economics loves the shit because other DJs, when they come up to New York, they be like, oh shit, you know First? And Economics be like, yeah, it's my man. And it's like, yo, I know it's all for the fact that
I believe in karma, dog. I believe with the energy you put out, the energy you gonna get back, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really like to, even if I don't think you're a good nigga, like I'm not gonna just put that out there. Like, I just be like, all right,
I ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah. Yes, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but like, you know. Yes, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I always try to put First in the room with good guys, though, because I don't want, because First is one of the guys that's high up in the stable. Like, I can't put him in the room with some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
The shit is, what threw me off was like, because we did an event for Hurricane Harvey. Shout out to Houston. Shout out to everybody that donated, that, you know what I'm saying, you know, contributed supplies or whatever. We appreciate you.
Actually, shout out to B Young on that. My man B Young like sent us a check for like a stack.
Oh, word! Shout out to B Young.
Like, yo,
that's really lit.
That's some crazy shit.
A lot of people couldn't pull up, but they was trying to figure out ways to help. So shout out to everybody that
B
came
Young called
through.
me next day, like, yo, I got a stack. I said, what, nigga? It was crazy.
And that helped But I pulled up because I was DJing brunch. So I had just came from DJing brunch. I pulled up, and it's still early. I'm like, why the fuck is First Choice on? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, and then Choice. But this nigga's like, nah, I gotta breathe. So he's on first. And it's just like that shows you just like the type of respect that he had for like the night.
Yeah, nah. Like, I called first and I was like, yo, can you do it? He was like, let me see. That's how he always talks to me.
Didn't touch nothing new.
Yeah, but it was funny because like how you say the level of respect. Like I called first and said, yo, can you do this? He said, let me see. And like it took him a couple of days. He finally hit me back. That's the kind of bullshit he put me through. But he finally hit me back and he was like, he's like, yo, I can do it. I just gotta open up. And I was like, shit. All right, but cool. You can like cause I like that was some shit I wanted him to be on. Like I wanted that shit to be a lot bigger than what it was. I just feel like it was funny because when we did it, the Houston shit kind of lost its momentum because all this shit happened in the Caribbean.
Exactly.
And even still, like people really don't pay attention to what's going on in Houston. Like
they're still suffering.
Remember Katrina? Niggas was hurt for a year. Houston got hit harder. But we just don't hear about it because we gotta deal with dickhead Trump. We gotta deal with the
media distraction.
I mean, even if you think about Sandy, which is not even the same, they're still doing shit for Sandy now. Like if you look at the trains, they're still fixing that shit.
FEMA is still in New York.
AC is still fucked up from Sandy. Sandy was in New York area, right? Yeah. AC got fucked up. Right?
I mean, if you see the trains, like some of the trains where you see like on the weekends now, they're still fixing shit from Sandy. Literally, they're still fixing.
They're still fixing Sandy. So like a lot of these towns is gonna need a lot of like time to rebuild. Puerto Rico, Houston,
Puerto Rico, sad.
I ain't gonna front.
Shout out to everybody in Puerto Rico.
Yo, my brothers and my sister. My brother and my sister, they live in Cayman Islands. They moved from Jamaica to the Cayman Islands.
Okay.
One of them is a police officer and the other one is a nurse. They had to get deployed. My brother got deployed to Anguilla because that's where the storm was and it was fucked up out there. So he got deployed. They needed security. They needed more help with policing because a lot of the prisoners
escaped, right? Because the prisons
were fucked up. So they needed help with like a lot of security. And my sister got deployed to Virgin Islands. You know what I'm saying? But these islands were like these niggas is fucked up out there, dog. So
we got a dickhead president. Y'all fucked up the budget.
President. I just hope that these relief efforts that I donated, me and my girl donated to different organizations and shit. I just hope that the money is really gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my shit, yo.
It's crazy because. Like you might send $10 and only $1 gets there.
That's the craziest
We look
part.
at it like where the fuck is the $9 going? When people, I know people that's out here like filling up trucks and sending them like with their own bread. I'm like, yo, where's y'all bread to fund this shit? Like we not paying for y'all workers. Like y'all gotta get that somewhere else. We paying to help these
for the supplies to help the people that really need it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You see also like you said, like I see people like especially like Puerto Rico like. From the barbershop, like we deliver shit to the barbershop,
right?
And then we going to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, like, absolutely.
Filling up the containers and they're taking that shit to Puerto Rico. But the shit is like that shit was a major storm to the point where like the roads is fucked up. The ports is fucked up. So like even if the ships, and that's why they were flying a lot of planes because like the airstrips weren't that bad, but the roads leading to the airstrips is fucked up. So like that's why like Trump dickhead had the embargo shit or whatever, but like it was like the trucks can't come pick the shit up off the plane.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shit that's really there that can't even get to the people. There's like bridges and shit.
And this dickhead is throwing fucking paper towels.
Yeah.
Yo, that's y'all president.
Yo, do y'all see Trump lasting 4 years?
I don't think so, B.
I got arguing with my boys. I predicted that he'll be out by December, but it doesn't look like that's happening.
Not December.
Nah, it's not. It's you never know.
We got a couple of years, I think.
Damn,
I don't think he's gonna last the whole 4. But the sad part is, look was right behind this nigga. Like we gotta take him out too.
Yeah,
we got like the whole like
it's not like the next up is any better.
But the shit is that's fucked up. It's like his own party don't even fuck with him. Like
not especially now. Now they're starting to be like, all right, what the fuck do we think? Like what the fuck are we doing?
It has to be like his supporters are like, you know what I'm saying? And we live in New York, so our lens of the world is different. Like, our shit is more liberal. We see different shit. Like, we see mixed relationships and interrelational couples and shit like that all the time. So, like, we see the world different. Like, in the Midwest and shit ain't like that. Like, in the South, shit ain't like that. But it got to come to a point where they're like, yo,
We fucked up. Yeah.
We really voted this nigga in B.
Yo,
I think.
I think some people are still 100% behind him.
They are.
Let me tell you what Trump, what he's doing right now. He's catering to his core audience.
Yeah.
That's why he's like on this whole shit with the NFL. Because this that shit is like.
He knows. I mean, that's pretty much how he won his election. He knew who he was going after.
He knew he was going after.
He knew he wasn't going to win New York.
He's keeping that fire in them. You know what I'm saying? He's keeping that fire in them.
Like, even like if you see like as he like was going on the election or as the election approached, like even the places that he went, he knew he didn't come to New York alone because he knew he wasn't going to win. You know, like the places that he knew that he wasn't going to win, he didn't spend much time.
But then that's where Hillary fucked up. Where she didn't go.
You gotta stop saying Hillary fucked up, dog. Hillary did not fuck up. Hillary won the popular vote, B.
But she fucked up by not going to these places because she thought she wasn't gonna win.
Yeah.
You still, even if they don't fuck with you, you gotta
still gotta show
her
face.
Her whole promo game was off.
Her promo game was off, but we can't negate the fact that she still won the popular vote.
She won the popular vote.
Niggas be forgetting that.
I'm
not saying that she definitely could have like catered to like the women
not
more.
Catered.
You know what I'm saying? She was definitely trolling.
A lot of women voted for Trump.
A lot of women did.
A lot of women vote for Trump, which baffles me, but it actually, it's like a lot of women voted for Trump.
Nigga, the future is feminine. Ain't that the shit that they be spitting to me? Future's feminine, all these feminist shit, and y'all voted for Trump.
I ain't gonna front though. Trump has definitely divided the country in a major way that I haven't seen. And I don't think ever in my life.
Like
because I ain't gonna lie to you, like today.
It's been divided, but not like this.
You know
what? This is what I said.
What's fucked up, nigga? Kanye was talking about George Bush don't like black people, but then goes to meet Trump. I'm sorry, I thought about that earlier. I'm like, this shit crazy.
Well, I mean, this shit about Trump is different though because Trump is a celebrity. So like people who fuck with Trump before,
you
like
voted
10
for celebrity.
Years ago.
You voted for Kim Kardashian to be president.
I'm not even talking about like voting. I'm just talking about like
I'm saying,
he knew Trump for years before. You know what I'm saying? He was before he became
George Bush cool as fuck.
Kanye was cool with Trump. He was cool.
Yeah, like he was like talking about like he knew him for like years before and all that type of shit. I mean, but
George Bush was doing coke with Foxy Brown in the 70s. It's fact.
What?
Nah. You never know.
Nah, he might have. That's not facts. But he might have. Nah, but
he wasn't that Carmelo and Lala what?
Obama did coke.
This shit
George Bush definitely did coke.
Nah, this shit for me is I feel like
shout out to Chicago.
Yeah, shout out to the
Chicago is lit.
I feel like for Trump, the biggest thing with him is he's divided the country, but it's almost a good and bad thing because I feel like this is the first time it's been divided since like obviously like civil rights civil rights era. Yeah,
didn't like that.
No, but I'm talking about openly.
You see how Obama kind of gave a new voice to African Americans to kind of feel as if they were empowered. Trump gave that voice to the people who felt like, the racists and the bigots. He's giving them that voice, now it's more outward and it's more out. You know what I'm saying?
He playing the shit out of them, right? Like all these people voted for Trump thinking they getting their jobs back, right? Like that's
a lot of them regret that shit too. Let's not get it twisted.
They voted for him thinking they getting their job back. Mm-hmm. Dog, these jobs ain't coming back. Listen. I invest in real estate. Okay, the people I have working for me, like I've had people come to me and say, Jay, I'm gonna charge you $15K to frame up a house. Get the fuck out my fucking face. I can get this shit framed up for $100 a day by some nigga that's a day laborer if I wanted to, or I can go use the guys who I use and charge me a certain number, and I know it's good work, but they not charging me $15K. Mm-hmm. Like, and this is what these people who Trump riled up thinking, I'm gonna start getting back. I'm gonna be able to build a fucking Ford in America again. No, you're not. This
ain't the 1950s.
It doesn't make sense. I totally agree with that.
This ain't Motown.
We're not making clothes anymore.
No,
we not Crayola factory is gone. All that is done.
But they don't want to do that. They're not gonna do that for $10, $9, $8 an hour.
They won't do it for the pay that they can get.
That they can get. So the companies that's doing it overseas, that's doing it.
What the thing is too is like the first thing I thought when he always talk about, we're gonna bring in the businesses back. The one thing that I did agree with is if you're overseas,
you was a supporter.
No. I do agree though. If you're overseas you should pay taxes to sell your shit in America. Like the fact that you they don't know they're not paying taxes.
They're not paying the taxes that
they should be paying. They're not paying
high taxes.
I mean, there's a lot of businesses that aren't paying taxes at all inside of America.
Because
we got Netflix.
What it is that like okay, so American car company is taxed a lot heavier to sell their cars in Germany than what German cars are taxed to sell their cars in America.
Yeah,
right. Like he wants it to be equal. Like okay, I get that. That's cool. But even if it's equal,
that's one policy though.
Even if it's equal,
$25,000
them dudes are still gonna go get their cars built. Like yo. They're fucking light years ahead of us.
Because I'm trying to be on 106 Park pushing the.
I mean, the thing for me, I feel like
you tell me if I can buy a Ford Expedition or the Benz truck. I'm sorry, Hove tried to remember the Jay-Z Expedition.
I pull up in the Expedition. They be like, no, he didn't.
No, but Jay had like a special Ford truck. I forget. It was like.
Eddie Bauer. Eddie Bauer shit.
Jay had the shit.
Damn.
That shit was fire.
But nobody fucked with that, really.
I ain't gonna hold you though. Sorry, this is a tangent. But when the Lock said, or Jadakiss said, I pull up in the Forest Green truck, I wanted the Forest Green truck. No. And I was still a kid. But
the trucks were hot. But what I'm saying is, right now, them Mercedes trucks.
Oh yeah,
Trump.
Damn,
I said Trump.
I mean, the thing for me too. I feel like the reason why. I mean, it's way more than it has been like in the past. It's probably like probably like the civil rights era, just because the civil rights era, it wasn't just black people too. It was kind of like the Vietnam. So it was white people that disagreed with the government too. You know what I'm saying? Like with the war, and they disagreed with the government. That was like the hippie era or whatever the fuck you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. And now it's like it's just not just like Trump and white and black people. There's been Hispanic people that's been fighting against Trump in Mexico. There's been Native Americans. There's been Arab Americans. It's like this is the first time where it's not just black versus white. It's everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's Mexicans protesting.
I wouldn't even say that the country divided, meaning even black and white. I think the country divided between like just
people that have common sense and people that
bigots and liberals. Like you know what I'm saying? Like kind of thing. Like just people who just believe in Trump and those who don't believe in him. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what it is.
But that's why I feel like it's a good and a bad thing, because it's like, one, you see who really these people that are coming out are that for Trump. This didn't just happen over the last year. They've been like that since birth. So now you get to see who they are, but also the people that are actually like fighting against this shit. Now you see who they are. They're stepping up too, because they've been hiding too. You know what I'm saying? Like people that have been speaking. There's been a lot more people speaking out that probably would never spoken out if it wasn't for Trump. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
the shit that's fucked up is like it's kind of like fucking up and it's skewing a lot of relationships, because like in the past where it was just like, oh, they might have kept their shit behind closed doors, but like let your boy or like your
now I'm gonna go on Facebook and let everybody know
or something like, oh, you know what, I'm riding for Trump, blah blah blah. And it's just like, all right, you might be able to have your opinion or whatever, but like the shit has been consistent. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just building to the point where it's just like,
now you gotta choose sides.
You
now.
Still
it's like you still fucking with this nigga, like,
and then you expect us to be friends? Like, it's fucking up a lot of relationships. It's fucking up a lot of families too. Because let's be honest, it's 2017. It's
people
a lot
of
interracial relationships, and it's not just like.
It could be black people that support Trump.
I know black people. I know black people.
That's a fact. I mean, we got the motherfucking dumbass nigga Ben Carson or whatever his name is. But listen, let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I feel a terrible energy like when I'm around. Like today I was in Wall Street damn near all day. It's like I literally in Wall Street all day, and I was like just chilling. I'm like looking around like damn. Like, and I didn't want to feel that way, and I know that the people I was around, white people I was around, didn't do anything to me. I'm not assuming them anything, but I just felt
the 1%.
I didn't feel comfortable.
The energy just didn't feel right.
The energy didn't feel right, and I knew that was a result of what this motherfucker is doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only wondering how they may feel about me.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying, like, and that's where the issue for me comes in.
But that's also,
and I'm not saying that's never has been there before.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's
more present
now.
But that's also what a party
does. We're going backwards.
That's also to bring it all together. That's also what a party does, though, because parties bring everybody, like, it could bring those people from Wall Street. If you were saw them at a party, it's a different mindset. You know what I'm saying?
You know
what I'm saying? Like, we put on Kanye and then we all we all together as one.
Not Kanye.
No, but I'm just saying it just in general.
You see homeboy from Wall Street and he starts turning up to what
Yeah,
we do.
you just give him like, oh shit. Nah, you start turning up to what we do.
But you wanna know what's funny? Cause see, I worked on Wall Street, right? But I was kind of like the outsider. Like it was no fronting. Like I didn't front there. It's funny because when I spoke to my clients on the phone, I did put on a different voice, right? Like I did talk a little different.
Hello.
But
I want to get to the conversation too after that.
Hi.
But in my office,
hi, this is Jay.
You knew what it was. Like you knew what it was. Right? Yeah. Like my friends would call my phone like, yo, what up? Like we would talk like that or whatever. Like and they knew what it was. But and even in that office, I have a homie that's he's a white boy. Wears J's like assimilates to our culture 100%. Hated Obama, like, and his
reason. Did he say why?
Yeah, his reason for hating Obama was because he said his health care coverage went up because of Obama.
Of course, yeah.
I told him suck my dick. Like, yo, my mom had $1 million surgery for free thanks to Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like that kept her alive. Suck my dick. Like, there's people out here, like, and don't get me wrong, my mom worked her whole life. Like, she just had to go out on disability, and she had to get a certain type of insurance that was. It was thankful to Obama that she had the insurance, like,
that's real.
Had $1 million to save her life, like. So to that coworker, you worried about fucking, like, we talking premiums? About it might be $20 more from out your paycheck. What the fuck we doing with a dub, nigga? We ate out for lunch every single day. I'm talking about we ate real meals, like niggas been going to the steak shop for fucking lunch. You know what I mean? Like, but you gonna cry about $20 from a paycheck? Like, no, don't do that.
Mind you had a personal experience where that it benefited.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I mean, at the time, I wasn't even like this is. My mom had the surgery way after Wall Street, but I just knew.
It was the effect.
I just knew, like, yo, like this stuff is helping a lot of people that have nots, and that's why I couldn't complain. Like you get your whole style from a lot of people that are the have nots. Like, let's be clear. Like, you might see us now and we look all fresh, but we come from like yo, you walked after paying $7. You said you used to stay until 6 o'clock to catch a bus.
To go home, right?
We all got horror stories, but at the end of the day, I can guarantee you, we all had J's as kids. Yeah, like we all had certain shit that made us. I had
no J's though.
I seen pictures.
My sister worked that for
I had like something. I want to ask you a question based on what you said earlier. You said that you had to like change your voice.
Oh yeah.
In Wall Street.
Yes, talking to clients.
So,
I had clients that didn't know I was black. But my real name, my real name is Javon, but they just called me Jay. I had no idea.
What did you say? What you told me your name was Jay?
Yeah, just Jay. Yeah, and he knew my last name was Forbes.
Why? All right, so I understand why, but is that prominent today though? Do you think you have to do that today though? Still?
Yeah. I think you got to sound professional.
No.
So, but my thing is, why is sounding professional saying your name is a non-black name? That's my beef, and I get it, but I mean, like, are we making it worse by creating that stereotype and prolonging it? You know what I'm saying?
That's not why I went by Jay. I really went by Jay because I hate when people call me other names, right? My name is Javon, but out here like Javon, Jovan. Yeah. And I'd be like, man, you being disrespectful. I done told you 3 times my fucking name. Now we got Rumble, right? And I don't want to come to that point, so I just tell people Jay, because you can't mess up Jay. You know what I'm saying?
But you switched your voice though.
But my voice,
the voice probably wasn't like the voice is probably more professional voice.
But what's a professional voice?
Like this, what we would consider.
That's my point. No, hold on. That's my point though. A professional voice is considered a white voice.
That's what we call it, a white man's voice.
Though. Like, my point is, we have that narrative.
I mean, I know that, but I'm saying
we have that narrative, and we how do we break that narrative? Because why isn't the way we talking right now considered professional?
Well, because we said nigga and we said fuck, and we said, you know what I'm saying? That's why it's not professional.
No, white man, white man say motherfucker. Our culture. I'm just joking.
The fucked up part is though. The fucked up part is like that's a double-edged sword, because when you do say, "Yo, nigga, I had a conundrum," then you know
like, you sounding like this nigga.
What is that? SAT word?
What's this shit like?
My point, my thing is like that.
But that's from somebody that looks like us, so it's just like wait. So I sound professional.
Why is it for them to sound? Why is it for the white person or why is it for the white woman and the white man to speak normally considered the professional way to speak, and the way that we speak is considered not normal, or the fact that we use our ethnic names is not considered a professional name to use, but their name is considered. We have to change that narrative.
I mean, if you think about it, if you think about Asian people, their names is John and
they don't have to change.
That's not their real names. That's not their real names.
Their real name
that's
is
the thing.
Bob.
That's none of their real names. And that's when they come to America, they have like Stephanie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just black people too. It's if you look at, I worked in customer service and I worked in gyms. So like, I worked in Wall Street and I worked in like Upper West Side and all that shit. And it's different. The way that I act, the way that I talk to people in Wall Street was different than how I talk to people in Upper West Side. And it's not because of they were professional but I was actually cursing more to people in Wall Street than I was in Upper West Side.
Because that's how they talk, nigga.
That's how they
Wall Street.
That's what I'm saying.
They've stolen little people and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
doing coke.
You could be professional. You could be professional and still like have the way you talk. But
they love Jay-Z down on Wall Street.
Yeah, that's how they do. But even if you talk, even white people, for example, like there's white people that talk the way that they talk, that don't talk the same way that they do at home. At work either though.
That's fair. That's why I'm asking the question. I know. Because I don't know. I could be wrong. That's what I'm saying.
He's right with that. He's 100% right with that. The thing is though, when we're at work, we're taught to talk proper, and unfortunately, Ebonics will never be considered proper.
Yeah, no.
Like I can't go in and say what up. I gotta say what's up, guys.
Yeah.
Like it's still what up, but what up drop
different.
the S.
Yeah. I think that
if I said what's up, like just like that, I'm cool. Like,
yeah.
I'm on a line. But if I like this is like it's funny because Obama does it the best. Obama, when he sees his white white peers, like, and it's not his peers, it's just the white people he works with. How you doing?
Yeah, there's the handshake.
Thank you for coming out to the White House today. Yo, you see LeBron James? What up, baby? Like,
It's just how,
it just is what it is.
I guess it's a cultural type of thing.
Yeah, you have to be proper.
I think it's more proper than anything.
And the thing is, you always want to present yourself as proper in your first introduction. But you also want to give them that little bit of real you, little by little by little by little, until you make it to the top. And when you make it to the top,
like you fuck niggas.
I ain't saying drop the N word at work. I want y'all going there like, yo, bitch, I'm a VP, nigga. What? At the end of the day, like when you're a VP, like you should be able to walk to your analyst and say, yo, like, what's good with this? Like, you should be able to say terms like, what's good? Because outside of work, they know what good is. Like, there's very few of them that have no idea what you're saying when you say, what's good with this?
But, even like my friends that are white, like, the way I've gone to their job, I've gone to their job, and they don't talk the same way they do, like, around us.
I'm happy you said that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, though, the country is being divided amongst a group of a generation that was never divided before. Like, I feel like, I had a group of white friends prior that now it'll be like we can't have these conversations with. I can't comfortably have these conversations with them anymore.
Yeah.
Not a period, especially now. Like like yo, like will you motherfuckers hire a motherfucking name Javon or this name have to be David?
Yo.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I got a funny story, right? So my first job on Wall Street, right? Certain people knew who I was, but my boss, my real last name is Forbes. A lot of people think this is like a show name. No, my real last name is Forbes. And when my boss, my first ever boss on Wall Street, got my resume, she just looked at the last name and it said Forbes, and she said, "Shit, who rich kid is this coming to work for me?" And then she said, like 10 minutes later, somebody came in and was like, "Are you excited to have Javon? Like, he's a real good candidate." And she was like, "Who?" And she's like, "Javon, he gave you the resume. Like, did you read it?" She was like, and she picked it back up. She said, "Oh yeah, I'm excited to have him." And she said this to me when I left. Like, she was like, "Jay, the first time I saw your name, all I saw was Forbes. I just knew I was getting some rich person's kid." Then when they said Javon, I said I had nothing to worry about. I said, "Oh my God, like, you're fucking racist." This is the old Italian lady saying. When she heard my name, Javon, she was like, I had nothing to worry about. She knew I was a black kid coming to work for her. And that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But the thing was, me and her were so close that I respected it because she was being real.
She was being honest, right?
But she was like, to this day.
She was being honest with racism.
No, honest with prejudice. She's not racist, right?
Prejudice.
She passed judgment on me just based on my name, 100%. But she took me from this low level analyst to the time when I left Lehman, I was an associate, like which is
it's
elevated
big at that
I did
time.
it in 2 years,
Yeah.
and I was a black kid. Like I was building out a whole platform for my whole team to use, and she put me in that position. Like, you know what I mean, so that's why she could say to me what she said, because I knew she always had my. I could text her right now and be like, I don't want to say her name, but I could text her and be like, yo, I need a job, and she would try to give me a job.
But let's be honest too. That's at the time where Lehman, they're only hiring from what, Ivy League, or not because Columbia is Ivy League, but like, you know, those
like
big tier, those well-known schools. So the fact that you're coming in from an HBCU,
like Miami
and she's honest enough to tell you that, like, that's big. And like you were saying, it's like it's creating a divide in the generation that we really didn't care about. The divide. We didn't, because we all grew up in hip hop.
Well, I mean, the thing about it too, though, I feel like, I mean, us living in like New York or
until
living
we went
in Philly,
to Fordham, though.
or living in Philly, like living in cities, you don't see the same thing that a lot of these people have been seeing their entire life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew, like, I mean, like, we went to high school together. So our high school, it was probably like, it was black people. There was probably like what, like 10%
out of 5,000
and within
like,
out of 5,000. So like within the 10%, it was like it was a lot of different black people though.
City.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was American blacks, it was Caribbean, there was African. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then there was Asian all over Asia. Like, there was Asians. There were like all kinds of Hispanic people, white people. So it's like,
I keep it a buck. New York, I keep it a buck. I'm drinking Hennessy. First chick I ever fucked was a white girl, but her name was, I can't say but
we need more Hennessy.
He was about to go off. The dome was crazy.
She was a white girl that was like a black girl. Hey. Like, she had a black girl name. So
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, I feel like here is like we're used to being around different races, different cultures, and all that stuff. So it's like we'll go get, you know, to Italian shop, and we'll see, you know, Italian dude cooking pizza. I'm having pizza when we're fucking little kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll go to the corner store and see the Hispanic dude there when we was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't really think about it, you're always around it. But if you live in fucking Montana and you've never seen black people in your entire life, your mindset is whatever somebody else told you, and what they told you might have been a bad experience.
I blame First Choice for playing all that hip hop. Like, yeah, nah. TV really fucked up the image of the black man, right? And it's fucked up because it's something that ever since I've been married, like, I realized how much the black man is looked at as just like not doing shit that every other man does, right? Yeah. Like yo, it would be my wife, myself, and my kid walking down the street, and another black man be like, yo, that's beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, if we were a white family, would y'all say that? Yeah, I would just be like, nah.
But I mean, but in reality, the reality of that is that most of us probably, I know I didn't grow. I mean, I grew up with my parents till about like 16, 17. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But most of my friends,
they didn't grow up with their pops.
They didn't grow up with their pops.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
didn't grow up with my pops.
I feel like now we're recreating that generation of young black men who want to be there for their kids and their families. Like, I can honestly say a lot of guys who I know.
And I say that's not only black people too, because I know a lot of Hispanic and white people that's our age that didn't grow up with their fathers.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Right.
But I don't think that's just a lot.
On TV, we look fucked up.
Right. Yeah. It's what's portrayed more.
And the sad part is like it's a lot of us that's not fucked up. Mm-hmm. Like, so as us, we have to change that narrative. You know what I mean? Like just the way we act, we have to change that narrative. And I'm not telling y'all go out there and find a wife tomorrow, but just, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta be mindful of certain shit.
Let's keep it a buck. We got 4 gentlemen, 6 gentlemen. We got the cameraman. We got our executive producer over there. That's like, you know, we're spearheading that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of like, if you really think about the Cavaliers of the change, like, it's in our generation because we're all young, we're all black, we're all educated, and we're all working. You know, I mean, we all. It's funny
if a young kid's listening to this, right? And they like shit. What can I take away from this? Like one, you gonna take away, nigga, humble yourself. Like it's 2 amazing people sitting across from me that both had share some humbling stories. Like, so 1, humble yourself. 2, we all got fucking education. Like none of us is sitting here like I stopped at high school.
Nope. Nah.
All college.
And listen, I'm not telling you.
Fuck college, John.
Yeah, I'm not telling you gotta go to college. But what I'm saying to you is have a fucking plan. If you
have a plan.
Maybe go to college, bro, and figure that shit out. Cause we all went that route until we figured out what the fuck.
You know what? Also, college too. I don't know if most of us for the most part probably didn't get into what we studied too. I mean, college sometimes is just, you know what I'm saying?
I was an accounting major, yo.
I'm an accountant.
Yeah, you're the only one. I mean, I guess kind of me.
I was a communications major, but you know what's so crazy? I loved psychology though.
Yo, listen.
I love like studying the human behavior.
Just imagine if you were a psychologist and not a DJ.
I think I'll definitely be a psychologist.
I'm gonna wrap it up with this. Technically, being a DJ is kind of like being a
psychologist. Maybe that's probably why.
Yo, don't let
maybe
them
that's probably why.
Doctors, dog. They just
but you know what?
That's like
promoters bring the people out.
You know
that's true. That's true. You're a psychologist.
But you know what's so funny is though that the advice that I would give that is like, guys, people who are on their grind for like anything in entertainment. Don't forget about your personal life, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas end up, you know, they on their grind forever or whatever the case may be, and they do their shit to like, they 20-something and they 30-something, and they still trying to figure this shit out, but they just alone or still at home. You know what I'm saying? And niggas, you know, they get so caught up in their brand that they're trying to build. Their brand becomes them.
Yeah.
And they forget that they have a real name. You know what I'm saying? They forget that they have a family. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
Like, don't forget that you are a human being first, and you're a personal individual, and there's a life outside of what you are trying to build. And don't ever forget to kind of figure out a way to balance the you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, you know, it's my family, it's my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, my vision of building a family one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is more important than what I'm doing right now with the DJ shit.
That's a fact.
I love it to the death of me, the DJ thing, but there's a lot more to life.
Yeah.
It doesn't consume me. It doesn't control me. The importance is what I've learned over the last couple of years and last couple of months or whatever. What's important is the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like family, values, love, friends, principles.
Like
you know what I'm saying? That shit sounds corny, cliche, but it's real talk.
Real.
I mean, I feel like that's also what like the whole like Trump and like, you know, national disasters, all that type of shit. Also brought everything back home.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It also brought ties everything back together.
They also said that, you know, sometimes for America to get better, they shit got to crumble first. They shit got to fucking crumble first before you get in, and from there you rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a great way for us to segue out of here. Yo, Jay, where can the people find you? Nah, I wish I could keep going, but like, you know what I'm saying? We might have to do a part 2 because this shit was lit. Like, this is probably top 5.
Make sure I had my check for the first one.
No doubt. Jay, where can the people find you at, my brother?
Instagram, I am J Forbes. Snap, I am J Forbes. Everything, I am J Forbes.
What you got going on this weekend?
This weekend, I'm actually going to be chilling, doing the family thing. So a special thing about me is like I don't do parties every weekend like a lot of people do. I don't have to do that. I'm chilling. Like my next big thing is Halloween.
Okay.
At the 4040. Sorry, First, but yes. Me and First go back to the 40.
Facts.
First has done that Halloween party. It's a beautiful thing.
No more.
That's my next big thing. Halloween at 4040.
All right. No doubt. Shout out to J Forbes. We appreciate you coming through, my brother.
Man. Thank you for the invite. This podcast is lit, man.
Appreciate
you. You can call me anytime. My first podcast ever. First niggas ever get me to talk on the mic about my life, period.
So that means we don't got to cut the check,
right? my manager said bring home a check.
All right. No doubt.
AKA what?
No doubt. First Choice, where the people can find you at, my brother?
At DJ First Choice.
Power 105.
Spelled the regular way, DJ FIRSTCHOICE.
Angie?
I got Snap, but I don't really use I hate Snapchat.
Yeah, I don't really use mine either. I don't know.
I got everything is on Instagram. I use Twitter. I'm definitely on. I like Facebook a lot.
All right.
I fuck with Facebook because, you know, you can kind of post like, you know, your political shit and you get funny bullshit videos.
Yeah,
you put your page.
everything. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can have some fun on Facebook. But Instagram, of course, everything is at DJ First Choice. Mixcloud, iTunes.
Make sure I get that first of the month. That shit gets me
first of the month, man. Niggas really fucking with that, man. That's basically something where I put out like a lot of the hottest songs that came out for that month. You know what I'm saying? So it's really starting to. I've been doing it for like over a year now, and it's just starting to get traction. Like that shit is crazy.
Niggas knew about it early, but now,
now it's like really starting.
I put it on my Instagram. I do ads too, so just let me know. Nah,
that's what's up, man.
I appreciate y'all for having me. 100%.
Nah, we really appreciate you coming through, my nigga. This was a great conversation. You got anything coming up this weekend?
Well, of course. I'm starting tomorrow.
Where you at? What's the lineup?
I'm doing Anthony Thursday.
Ooh, Anthony, you fancy.
Yeah, I'm doing Anthony.
Power
Anthony
105.
be lit.
Different.
Friday, I'm at Stony Brook Friday.
Okay.
I'm doing a pep rally all day, homecoming, whatever they call that
college
shit.
money, man.
Yeah, man.
Big bags.
And, Saturday, I'm at
Amadeus.
I guess so. I don't know. I get the flight. They sent me a flight today. I don't know.
That's when you know you're getting money.
Exactly.
I don't even know, nigga.
I
think I'm gonna be there. I might be there.
Nah, I'm definitely gonna be there.
The bag's secure. I'm going to be there.
Saturday, I'm at Amadeus in Queens, and then Sunday I'm at Taj.
Okay.
Doing a brunch at Taj.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Taj. Bro, Cito, where the people can find you at?
You can find me on Flatbush Ave. You can find me at ita.movement for the fitness shit.
Deadass.
itamovement.com.
Yep.
And that's about it.
You can follow me. Shit, it's my turn. You can follow me at IMDJ, the number 8 p.m. on all social media platforms, on Snapchat, on Twitter, on Instagram. I usually Snapchat whenever I'm ripping my pants like I did 2 days ago. Shout out to our videographer, Edgar.
Yes, sir.
Ed DeLorean on Instagram, superstar filmmaker. He got a film in what?
Few film festivals.
A few film. I'm drinking Hennessy, y'all.
You might as well grab the mic and say it yourself, brother. Say it the right way.
But shout out to my dog Eddie. We've been rocking since junior high school. We're gonna have him on next week. Shout out to Bryson, aka b.will _ on Instagram, on Twitter. This weekend I'm gonna be at Boca de Baco for brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Next week, I'm doing that big BK before Barclays event on 1021. We got Clark.
See that, man.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit lit. We got Clark Kent on the set. We got DJ K Mel on the set. And yours truly, I am DJ APM. I will be on the set. And
what day is that?
1021 next Saturday. Shit. Yeah, and then we got the big Halloween party. What is it? What Bryson? Haunted Crew? What is it? Haunted Bando, you know what I'm saying? We got cover 2 on the set. And yours truly, I am DJ APM on the set. And then half of free Wi-Fi is gonna be on the set. And like that, we out of here. Appreciate y'all. You heard? Yeah.
You know, all the beloved was up there chilling, spreading that positivity, you know, all the physics. Like that energy was rolling. It was coming back together like the city was back. Like New York City was back where it's supposed to be.